Hello.
Aha! I did it.
Oh. Hi.
Hello.
I am. You can't hear me. Oh god. Hold on. Let me see some. Her. Oh. Also, because I'm using like I'm like using earbuds. I probably shouldn't use earbuds. Oh.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Skullgirls Get Gr8. This is the audio test. We will be starting soon. Please let us know if any of the audio this week is a little bit off. We want all the commentators this week to be about equally as loud, and the game should be just barely audible. If you cannot hear the game, me, or JP, well, if you can't hear me, you can't do anything. If you can't hear the game, you can't hear JP, you can't hear whatever else, just let me know, because if you're the only one experiencing the problem, the odds are you're not the only one experiencing the problem. This is the audio test, and this is what it's for. If you have any suggestions, they would be greatly appreciated. Also, why is the meme slideshow just cycling so fast? It should be 8 seconds. Oh wait, there we go. Alright, it seems to have stabilized. Maybe it's still a little fast. What's going on?
What is this?
It's memes. Yo, you should send me memes, Abby. You're a beautiful artist.
No, I don't make memes. Oh.
You only make art!
Like the only meme thing I did was when I had, when I 3D modeled Marie from Splatoon. I gave her huge muscles.
That's amazing. I greatly appreciate that. You should just make a, you should take your squiggly model, if you still have the files for it, and just, get her jacked. Just have her look as swole as physically possible.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Push the limits of physics, you know? All limitations are in your head. Shoutouts to Dragonos. So far so good. The audio seems to be relatively stable, except for the fact that JP's dead. Mega Missing Note wants to be mod. I don't see why not. But not yet, because I am frantically flying all over the place. I'll make you mod eventually, maybe.
Yeah.
Staying in there. Abby, are you modding this chat? You better be.
No.
Alright, well, I'll make you mod eventually.
I'm pretty sure you already forgot my name in Twitch.
On Twitch?
Yeah. Or is it Discord?
I mean, your Discord name is Abby.
Oh yeah, okay, never mind. I thought you were talking about Twitch.
I am talking about Twitch. I don't know. Well, you're already a mod in the Discord. That's not an issue. I have actually no idea what your Twitch name is. I feel like I have a really bad memory.
Yeah.
I feel like I've had this conversation with you like a dozen times at this point. Where
No,
like
it was only twice.
only
Don't worry
twice.
about it.
Okay. Like I feel like I've like wanted to
I mean-
do something to your Twitch account, but then I realized your Twitch account isn't Abby, and then I'm like, oh my god, what is it? It's a mystery.
Yeah, like at the moment it's Dragon K91.
It's what, 91?
Dragon K.
Dranky?
Wait. No, Dragon K, like it's
Your name
from
is
Banjo-Tooie. Yeah.
It's from
Do you know Dragon
Banjo-Tooie?
Kazooie? Do you know Kazooie?
Yeah.
Do you know Dragon Kazooie?
Oh yeah, the thing that you get with like all of the things.
Yes.
Wait, did I hear?
And
Penny?
it's Hi JP.
Oh, it's JP.
Hello.
Oh, okay. You sounded like Penny because you both have like mobile quality.
What?
It's coming from whatchamacallit. What's it called? Fucking Surface. That's the word.
You should invest in a $20 headset. Down the road.
I mean, I would, but the headset that I have in my dorm cannot connect to this. And I couldn't bring my microphone.
Does it not have a USB? Does it not have a single USB port?
It just the single one that I need for everything else.
Okay. Invest in a $4 USB hub. In that case. I have like 3.
what I'm
I can
going
like
to do,
loan you
probably.
one until I buy a new one if you'd like. I don't care. Because I feel like a human being cannot survive with one USB hub. You literally have to invest in like a brick that's just a bunch of USB ports. Because a USB
Yeah.
port can subdivide into, oh god, it's some absurd number. It's like 1,800 times or 1,400 times or something.
That's pretty good.
It's, I guess. I feel bad for like the single USB port that's branched that many times.
Dude, that's fine. I can carry all that data. It's all good.
I mean, it can. USB 3 is even better. It has like a 8 gigabyte bandwidth. Not gigabit, gigabyte bandwidth. That's so nuts.
That's pretty good.
Or is it 3? I think it
mine
might be
is-
3, but whatever.
I think mine is USB 3. I'm not sure.
Well, it is USB 3. I don't know if it's 3 gigabytes or 8. Or in proper computer terms, it would be 24 gigabits. But no one uses that regarding USB 3 because it's an outdated terminology thing.
Yeah.
Does someone like having authority but not really?
What?
People on they're talking about that. There's a good old Discord role that we got called "You have authority but not really," which basically means I really like you.
Yeah.
But not really.
But, but not really. I like you, but not really.
Welcome to Get Gr8, where I don't actually like anybody.
Okay. Should I make the lobby? Should you make the lobby?
You can make a lobby. I gotta be right back. So chill with Abby, have a good time,
Oh,
and
okay.
I'll switch away from the memes so they can watch you lobby. Right?
Okay. Cool.
I'll also join
wait.
that lobby in a hot minute. Shoot me an invite. Would you kind? Oh, actually, I can just do this.
5. There we go.
Is Abby joining us?
Has been.
Well, am I?
You go.
Did
Do you want to
everyone
commentate
do?
with us?
No.
Oh.
Oh.
Just wanted to say hi. But
So sad.
Well, hello.
hi.
I feel like I've single-handedly started saying hello because of GLaDOS. It's like that one line when you're fighting the last boss. Spoilers. The last boss is GLaDOS, and you're fighting her, and she's just like, "You sound so stupid. Do you know what you sound like? Hello, that's what you sound like." And she's yelling at you.
Gray.
It's pretty great. I'm so sad that like Portal 1 and 2 give some people vertigo, and it makes me so sad because some people can't appreciate the game because of it.
That's
The game
the
is
best.
brilliant.
Jumping through portals is like the best thing ever.
I mean, yes, the puzzles are too easy. The two-player puzzles are a little bit better, but I wish those two-player puzzles were like player 1 puzzles, and then there should be like
True.
a 4-player puzzle that should be player 2 puzzles. If that makes sense. You should have multiple sets of
That makes
portals.
sense.
TLDR.
More portals for you. I haven't played Portal 2 yet. It's not,
Okay,
it's
well, that's not reference to
That's
Portal
not
2. That was a
spoiler.
reference to Portal
Yeah.
1. Portal 2 I will not spoil because that game is
Game's pretty
fucking perfect.
good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Portal 2 is the #1 sequel example I've ever seen. I think it is the best execution of a sequel of a game. Period. I'm saying that from the top of my head. I might eat those words down the road, but I'm not sure.
Not possible.
I will be right back. You guys enjoy the show. Also, JP, are you sure you can't turn yourself higher on Discord?
I can. Pretty sure I can.
Turn it up by like 10-ish%, 5-ish%. Like, just you need to be like
20.
a quirky bit more.
How about that?
That's a lot better. Perfect.
Cool.
Clear, crystal, loving it. I'll be right back.
Cool.
Hello, JP.
Sweet. Hello, Abby. How's your face today?
My face is alright.
It's
Better
it's
than
alright.
yesterday.
I mean, I would hope you just can have like a bad face from one day to the next.
I saw you were playing Clara's Dead yesterday.
I was. The game is actually more decent than I thought it would be.
Yeah. It's okay-ish, like it's better than okay, I think, but the story is weird.
The story is.
I mean,
I was
it's,
confused, but by the time I went to like Area 51, because I was just like, what the fuck?
yeah,
Unicorn? Why?
yeah.
This was not talked about earlier. Also, I'm not sure if it's me, but his voice changed from episode 1 to episode 3, right? Or am I crazy?
Huh, I don't remember, to be honest.
Because
I didn't pay
his voice
attention.
sounded much higher pitch in episode 1, and then as soon as you hit episode 3, it's just like, oh man, his balls dropped at some point. It's very confusing. Which girl canonically gets the wish for Star Wars 2? I don't know. Canonically? I guess it would be Philia.
Yeah, probably.
Eliza's stories canon. I mean, I guess all of their stories are canon. Whoever reaches first, I guess Philia would be the first to get there.
Hello, I'm back. I guess
no.
something about lore.
Hello.
Whoa.
I'll have you know I am the lore master.
So
How can I
Draco's
help?
asking canonically who would be the Skullgirl in Star Wars 2?
That gets the wish.
Yeah.
They're all. So the game plays on the archetype of multi-timelines because the
Yeah.
Trinity exists outside the fabric of space and time, so to speak. So like, Aeon is actually controlling the universe with a fight stick. She's basically playing the game and saying all of these are possible timelines that branch out, and these are all different takes that this could happen. They're all canonical timelines. If the game had to choose one, which I don't think it ever would, it would probably be Eliza's?
Would it be Eliza's?
I think so.
Hmm.
Because... Yeah, I think it would be Eliza's. Because I think the best timeline is like when no one gets the wish, but the skull heart isn't destroyed. Not the best timeline, the most thorough. timeline.
Well, the most are, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Obviously, Robo's story is canon, but like... I don't know. I love the fact that, like, they made her the joke character because, like, she has beam cannons and, like, the story is canon. I think that was the intent. I think that was the point. I think I just made it very concrete what the joke is. Made it
Very
concrete. My favorite hard material is concrete.
Mega's like, pretty sure Eliza killing the entire cast is not going to be true. I mean,
She doesn't kill the entire cast. She kills Bella.
yeah, that's right, Bella.
She
only
captures
Bella
Fortune, kills Bella. Squiggly and Philia are dying, but still alive. Marie doesn't die yet. The skull heart isn't used, but it's not destroyed. Spoiler. How
what
do
do
you
you mean?
not know this story? Well, okay, the only person that I
Dude.
might be spoiling things for is probably Penny, because that guy still has not streamed himself playing the story mode, which I want to be there for. Penny, I'm waiting on you. You better be hearing this.
Hey, please.
I mean, I didn't play the Eliza story as well.
Eliza's story is probably the best one. You should play it. I highly recommend it.
Apparently,
I don't like the character though.
But it has a lot of squiggly in it. That's why it's important.
and you die.
Don't wanna play
Squiggly
as
is
Eliza,
dead.
though.
Yeah, technically. Well, okay, so she is dead. Leviathan's preserving her corpse. Every 17 years when the Skullheart comes back, it channels energies to the undead, so the undead come back to life. Because Leviathan is inside Squiggly's brain, Squiggly keeps her consciousness, which is basically just her brain turning back on.
Indeed.
When it comes to who really gets the Skullheart, it'd be Umbrella? Kind of. Well, Umbrella can't get it. Alex Ahad said that there are X amount of characters that need to be implemented before the true story could be elaborated. So for the time being, there actually isn't a canon story, I guess, would be the true, honest answer. The characters that need to be in are Violet, which is really weird, right? Like, no one would expect that. And Umbrella are the only two that are left. The other one was Eliza, but we got Eliza.
So what about the stories in Skullgirls Mobile?
Oh, that's just like adding to like world lore. I don't think it actually expands on what's the canonical timeline or anything. If it does, I don't know, because that game is not good.
I'm so sad. I'm so sad the double gets a new intro in mobile, but we can get that over here.
Well,
press.
I respect it, because I am
That's
kind
cool.
of on the Mike Z train on this, where if you have a physical release, it should be the entire game. There should not be a patch.
Yeah.
You should have any bug that stays in the physical copy is now a permanent feature in the game. That's it. Period. And it's I respect that, because you know what? There's gonna be a point where PSN goes down. There's gonna be a point where Steam goes down. It might be like a dozen years down the road, 2 dozen years down the road or something, but it will happen. It always happens. And at that point, like, do we just want games to exist as a bunch of software patches to a physical copy, if a physical copy even exists? Like, that's not manageable. That's not sustainable. Having a physical copy is most likely to last you the longest time. CDs are known to last at least about 35 years, given that you take care of it well.
50 years. Max.
Is it 50 years? Is the new estimate? I don't know. Because like the idea, it was 35 years, and then I asked, like, how did we test that? And they're like, well, they've only existed for 35 years, so we don't actually know if they last any longer than that. Was the answer my teacher gave me. So, hey, whatever.
Yeah, the new estimate's like about 50 years or so, depending on like the plating they use.
Hey, you want to know something interesting? This is something that no one ever has actually discussed. We're doing podcasts for now for the audio test, guys, in case you didn't know. So, we'll be starting in about 5 minutes. Something really interesting. You'll never guess this. What is the most efficient medium to store, like, anything, like data?
The most efficient?
Yes.
To store data?
Probably discs.
Nope.
Like
No,
the.
it's-
No type of discs.
I mean, like the old ones with the magnet in it. What are
Nope.
they called?
Not floppies, not hard drives,
Floppies. Yeah.
No, not floppies. No, those
not
are
SD
pretty
cards.
inefficient.
Keep trying. There we go. Missing no-nos. It's tape.
Yeah, I was gonna say tape. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
Film
thinking
tape
about tape.
is
Tape
the
is
number
very
one space-efficient medium of all time. And in fact, that's why companies still have reels of tape storing legacy data, because it is super cheap, relatively speaking, and stores a stupid amount of data. It just uses up a lot of space, like physically space. And oh, okay, yeah, DNA. This is true. Chief Mon's
DNA,
actually
sure.
correct. As of recently, people found a way to store data on DNA. That is the actual most efficient medium, but like it's not usable yet. This is not something we can actually put into practice. But you are technically correct.
The best kind of correct.
Well, it takes up a ton of physical space, but like it's the most efficient in every other form factor. Like it's the least it costs the least. It stores the most data. It like per unit of volume, it is taking up the least space.
Yeah.
Best is kind of correct.
That's
Yeah.
how you can
I mean,
still
I was
get
summary.
4K
I
out
was trivializing when I was saying best. Like you guys can nitpick at how I worded my question as much as you want. I think you guys got my point.
But that's how you get like a 4K out of films. You just copy from the reels because they hold 4K.
And credit where it's due. People who are researching how to store data on DNA, that shit's the future. That shit's
That's
so
insane, dude.
cool.
It's
Can
gonna be
we
really
join
weird.
now? Not yet. Me and JP are gonna play
No.
one game just to make sure that the lobby's not broken, more than anything else.
True.
I
Yeah.
am not in the best mindset to play this game, but I
It's
want to
okay.
whip your ass, so let's do
Feel your pain.
it. Only if only the woodpecker saw that the bark on the tree was as soft as the skies. You know what's gonna be soft as the skies? Your face when I'm done pounding on it! Let's go!
Oh man. Isabella. That's not the right color, actually.
That is
That's
your
very
favorite color. Go back to it, in fact.
There we go. We match a little better now.
I really like the white devil skin. I like the skin. The skin looks really cool.
Oh, skin's pretty nice.
Nope. Okay. No! No! Damn it. Oh my god, that autocorrection. I can't believe this. Nice, done. Oh my god, you pressed the button. I didn't think you were gonna do that. What level of Yomi are you on? That's not cool. Okay, I didn't think so. That's unfortunate. That was a really smart one, Steph. Props to you. Nice. That looked like... Okay.
It looked unsafe, didn't
It
it?
looks so unsafe. I'm genuinely spooked. Wow, that converted. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Screw that.
Here we go. I'm just gonna burn the meter and whatnot.
Use OTG. Oh.
Sure.
Come at me, I dare you. Oh, well, I tried to let go of Sing, but I guess the startup was too much. Fine.
Sing, not the sing.
I was gonna do, I was hoping you would tumble run at me. This is the funniest thing I do against Bells. They'll tumble run at me and I'll just daisy. I'll be like, oh, oops. Let's do one more, because we got time. We don't actually got time. We're starting like an hour late, but that's fine.
That's... Hold on, 'cause my screen is so bright. I'm getting blinded.
Getting blinded. Uh-oh.
There we go.
Whoa. How's chat? Chat mad? Chat should be mad. Quantum teleportation, Rick and Morty guys. Well, quantum teleportation has nothing to do with actual teleportation. Don't worry about it. The Krang drill, support thingies, blah 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 blah. Seems like you get a few seconds from the center of the earth to the surface, blah blah blah. FedEx, yes. And just like FedEx here, all the things you ship via quantum teleportation will be destroyed. Hey. Yeah. In quantum teleportation, you can only send like a quark or like a neutron or some shit like that. Not a neutron. What is it? Neutrino. There we go. So if you send a neutrino and shit like that through quantum teleportation, then like whatever data you can store on that, which is actually a lot, is all you can really. So yeah, you can store like what? Like permutation of 4. Because an atom, or not an atom, like a subatomic particle can hold. I can't talk. It's really interesting. Fuck, I just lost Squiggly. I didn't lose Squiggly, nerd! I was waiting for it.
Ba, 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 ba. I'm also playing at the world's most awkward frame rate right now. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's so
It's at
weird.
45.
It's like something like that, I think.
Okay, if it's fixed at 45, that's a bug. You have to play in full screen. You're not doing it.
I do. Shice. Oh, no squeeze side for old men.
What? You're ripped off. You really should just set up for Oki. Like, you gotta start tracking your OTG more, dude. Like, I know you can sandbag against it. What? What?
So,
You low crushed! Oh no, whiffed heavy!
so, how's it going?
Fuck you, Bella.
Woohoo!
Fuck you, Bella.
Let's go.
I can't believe this. I should have just Kara canceled into Daisy, but I never knew about that interaction because no one does that. That's
You didn't
dumb.
know. Yeah, that's
Alright.
true. No.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Skullgirls Get Gr8. Is Abby still here? You want to?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave.
Aw, I'll miss you. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
I'll miss your beautiful face, which gets more and more beautiful every day. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it's window mode then.
Yeah.
So-
Alright. So welcome to Skullgirls Get Knowledge About Quantum Teleportation. Here we try to match up against an even opponent and then teleport you across the earth. We kinda focus on trying to give advice the best we can, because obviously we're only watching about 3 to 5 matches. From those matches, we try to tell you like the mistakes you made and things you could be paying attention to the back of your mind. The most important thing is like when we give you advice on like when to DP, when to call assist, etc. It's your job to take the initiative to join our Discord or message us on Steam or whenever you want, whatever you want. Talk to us and ask us questions. Ask us, when should I be calling assist? When should I be using DP? Like, expand your knowledge about this game, because fighting games is a lot about just understanding how the system works and how to take advantage of it. So, yeah, welcome. And hopefully you find like people to train with, we try to give you a opponent with evil skill level to the best of our ability. And have a good time. And you know what? If we don't know anything, you can ask chat, because chat tends to be a lot smarter than I am. What else? What else? Oh yeah, my wonderful co-host JP. You probably know him better than like I do, or better than you guys know me, because he's here more often than I am at this point. Work is a killer.
But am I though? But am I actually?
It's pretty close, actually. Because like anytime I'm here, you're here as co-host. Anytime I'm not here, you're usually hosting. Like 3 out of 5 times. And I tend to be out of town for like 2 weeks like 2 weeks per month or so. So like
Yeah.
I'm only here like half the time.
Yes.
Yeah. I try to be here as often as I can. Chat is real smart, Kappa. That is very true.
So smart. Also investing.
Every last word of that was true. And I watch Rick and Morty. No, you don't. You don't truly appreciate Rick and Morty. I turn to see where the laughter is coming from to acknowledge the other genius in the room. It turns out to be none other than Albert Einstein.
It's amazing. It's not me though.
That meme is cancer, but I also love it. Your IQ isn't high enough to appreciate Paper Rick. I don't understand how people who watch Rick and Morty can have that much of an ego. It's like a really trivial take that, like, with self-acknowledging loopholes in its own writing regarding quantum physics. Like, I don't get it. Like, it's being smart in a really dumb way. So, like, you're not that smart if you understand Rick and Morty. It's literally been dumbed down so you can understand it.
I wish I was smart. I wish I was smart too.
Only real 400 IQ intellectuals can understand Rick and Morty, clearly. Alright,
Indeed, of course.
what was it? Enough Rick and Morty. More about Skullgirls. Oh, no. Before I talk about Skullgirls, I want to talk about quantum teleportation for a hot minute. So what's neat about quantum computing or quantum data storage in general is subatomic particles can hold a 1 and a 0, which is yes or no. I guess it's true and false, technically. Whatever. It's on or off, or both, or neither, all at the same time, and neither all at once. So that's 6 different states it can be in, at minimum. There's actually a lot more, because quantum doesn't make sense. But at the very least, you could be saying, assuming you can track each of these states and like what it's trying to be, that's at least 6 independent versions at the same time, like a 1 and a 0, or a 1 or a 0, or neither, but like not actually technically anything else. So it's weird. So that means 6 factorial different combinations of, or permutations rather, of what state it could be in. I think. It's technically just 6. It's basically, you can send like 2.5 bits of data across it, because 6 is like 2.5 bits. It's quantum computing is wild. Microsoft, I think, is working on a programming language that's optimized around taking advantage of quantum computing logic, which is really, really cool. I mean, I hated C# when it first came out, but like now it's at this point it's exclusively a better version of Java, which is depressing because all they did was steal Java. And because it's Microsoft, they like it's like, hey, well, we actually understand how programming works, so let's fix this. Like fix Java real quick. Give us a hot minute. Java still has its purposes, of course. Like don't get me wrong, Java's still better in a lot of other aspects. It's enough programming. I love programming. I can just talk about computer science for like 50 years, at least.
Skullgirls and quantum computing, both low and overhead at the same time. Except there's unblockable protection in this game, so you can't do that.
Well, you can if they're not blocking, or if it's cross up. If it's cross up low, overhead low at the same time,
if it's
blockable
cross up,
protection does not matter.
At the same time, though, it's just like, no. Yes. It's still technically at the same time, because, it's a couple frames difference. But,
There is a true unblockable setup in this game, but it's not, like, an unblockable set of buttons. It's like a decision you have to make, but you'll win the decision every single time. That's a squiggly any anti-air grab. Daisy anti-air grab. There are variations of it, but they're not as good, so whatever. Like, if you have, like, serious center stage assist, and then you have, like, 360 on point, then you can do it. Mono is garbage. What is mono? What are you talking about? C# is awful if you want to run your code on more than just Windows. Not true. Because C# is used in various engines that are designed for multi-boarding, so no, that's not true. C# is great as a language, but Windows-specific part is a real killer. Kinda. The UI is the actual only Windows-specific part. They have libraries, and also specifically third-party libraries. That's the part that matters. That'll help you expand it to other OSs. I hear my White House video, yeah. Honestly, the only language I care about in real life is Go. I think Go is the future of all computing. I cannot wait till Go becomes popular. It's gonna take like a decade, but Go is just... so I'm so happy Go exists. And for those of you guys who don't know what Go is, Google made their own programming language that's basically C, not C++, just C, but completely from scratch, like from the ground up. It's designed for multi-processing and things like that, and it's super cool.
Look pretty interesting.
We should be waiting for the first matchup. That is correct. The first matchup is going to be Smony, or I apologize. I'm going to call you Sony a lot more than I want to. It's going to be Smony versus Turnikov. So Sony versus Turn. Let's go.
He was complaining over there. He's fiending for the Skullgirls.
Can we Skullgirls, please? Yes. I'm sorry. I get caught up in interesting things.
If you're talking about ones and zeros and on and off, man, let's talk about audio computing there. Oh, snap.
Yeah.
MIDI in the way that works.
I invited Turnikov. I do not see Smony. Unless Smony is disguised as Froggy. Remember, guys, if you are participating today, please join the Skullgirls group chat, which can be found !GG8 chat. You can click join chat on the right-hand side of that Steam page. I'd greatly appreciate it if you joined. Someone just PM'd me for something. What is it?
Who done it? Who did it? Smony Computer Entertainment of America presents.
A Universal Interactive Studio production. Shouts to Crash Bandicoot 3. How does it start? It's like, Boogie created another one by God, I fucking love Crash Bandicoot 3. For those guys who don't know, Crash Bandicoot 3 is what got me into game design. And I'm only talking about it because we're waiting on Sony
people.
And Turnikov, actually. I invited Turnikov. He's not responding.
Get a double invite.
Alright, I'm gonna go see if I can find Sony.
There's the first one. There it is.
I think that was the fourth one. Like, I realized it as I'm saying it.
You haven't received an invite. Well, check out your game. Get the good old.
So if you have Skullgirls open, click Shift Tab. You should see a chat message from me. You should be able to click Accept and then click Join Game. Or if you're in the Steam group lobby, what you can do is you can right-click the Crank Machine and click Join Game. There's actually another thing I can do. Now that I have the technology, let me see if I can pull this off. Okay, I'm gonna totally try to do it. Right click.
On your Windows desktop, nah, man. Steam is its own thing.
Okay, so I've provided a URL in the group chat, and if you click that URL, you'll be able to join the lobby, which is cool.
Everybody top rank that one.
Alright, so Turnikov is here. We're gonna wait on Smony if things doesn't work. Hey Penny, welcome to the stream. This is actually why we were doing it. So the reason we were talking about quantum physics is because we were waiting for Penny to show up. CTR is best Crash. I will fight you.
I don't think CTR really is best Crash. It was a good racing game for what it is.
It was a
but
really fun racing game, but design-wise, I think it's just...
It was kind of meh. Yeah, it's just kind of running off the heels of Mario Kart racing.
But literally everyone I've tried to talk to about that tries to crucify me, so like, I'm glad this is on the internet. CTR is important, you are correct.
Mario Kart's more important though.
Yeah, but CTR is what turned Mario Kart into a trend.
True. Yeah, true.
CTR is important for...
Nice.
Hello, I am a quantum physics master.
This is the one time you spelled it right.
Kirby, Air.
Kirby
Ride.
Air Ride? Oh. That was a
People
game.
love Kirby Air Ride. I can't... I don't know why. I'm
I've only
sorry.
played it,
Like, I don't...
once.
Game doesn't look fun.
Yo, Wipeout actually really is good. Like,
Wipeout is the best thing to come out of Mario Kart. Oh, okay. Yeah, I played the heck out of Air Ride. Yeah, I know. Yeah, everyone loves that game. I don't get it. Like, I guess I just gotta play it for a few hours and figure it out. Because, like, I
I
don't...
suppose so too, because I've only played it once. And
Alright.
that was just like, eh.
So you once in on the open lobby. Unfortunately, though, because our second matchup is an open lobby, we'll probably just shove Chiefamon up in this. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll just keep things going more smoothly. I apologize to you, but I'll shove you in later.
Even.
Oh, you also have an open lobby, but you're an intermediate bracket. So for those of you guys who don't read the extra notes I put on my weekly posts, I might, going forward, I might be telling you to join beginners a little bit more liberally instead of intermediate, because I'm trying to broaden what beginner stands for, because beginner is so far pretty narrow, and I'm going to soon be breaking intermediate into intermediate and advanced. I think we have enough high-level players participating semi-regularly that we need an advanced bracket. And also, now that JP has tournament results, and also Kenji has shown he has tournament results, I feel like we now have the manpower to actually support an advanced bracket. And also,
Yeah.
Penny is just obviously really good, always. Read those
Yeah.
extra notes. Oh, hey.
Finally, a place for me being the actual intermediate.
No, not those extra notes. Not the ones in Discord.
Yeah.
On my Steam posts and Reddit and Skullheart. Wow, my brain's all
Yeah.
over the place today.
That's-
For those three places, I post an extra message for people joining through there. The weekly matchups is basically just kind of like an abridged version, more or less.
Right.
Penny is really good. I didn't realize that it was April Fool's already.
Excuse me.
It's Penny. You haven't been in Colorado that long. You can chill. Probably because Simone isn't coming. Yeah, Simone's not coming. So I invited. Oh yeah, are you fighting Chernikov? That is correct. Chiefamon. Sorry, I apologize. I missed that message.
Yeah.
I thought you were still talking about CTR randomly.
Fun Crash Bandicoot.
You didn't know what was the thing, Crash Bandicoot? No, I'm kidding. I know what you were talking about. Alright, so Chernikov versus Chiefamon. So this is weird because Chiefamon's EU, so this is gonna... But ironically, my connection to Chernikov is worse. So, I don't know what to believe anymore. Oh no, Chiefamon is America, Chernikov is EU. So that explains everything. Okay. Kachifem, yeah, this is a good description.
Yeah.
Sorry for the blue balls lobby. Hey, don't worry about it.
The blue balls. It's good. It's good. Wonderful. Glorious. Beautiful.
Alright, so now we got the show on the road, just an hour late.
Schmo on the road.
I sincerely apologize, guys. I'm dealing with a lot of things, IRL, and I really want to be here for you guys, but sometimes things take me a little bit longer than they should, honestly.
Yes.
None of these problems should be taking me more than like a few minutes to deal with, but they end up taking me a few hours because everything sucks.
It's like life.
Nah, life is fantastic, just like these two players. Let's go.
Oh no,
Outside silly
actually.
slide. That's awful. Don't do that.
Yes. Do not do
It's
that
actually
outside.
not that bad, but it has to be on a read. The round start on the first round in a match. Don't do that. First round in a match, you usually want to be collecting information from your opponent and how they're going to play.
Yeah.
Especially because players change a lot in just a couple of weeks.
True. Also, just going for grabs. I mean, you could be going for a little more than just grabs, to be honest. Like,
So I'm liking the empty jumps. You're only pressing buttons when you think you're gonna hit. That's a smart mentality to have. Yeah, you probably want to practice that a little bit more because I see you throwing out moves that are completely whiffing like that.
Oh man.
And that's obviously it's really bad to whiff things like that. Because now if doubles combo was optimized, you would have just died.
That's wonderful.
You would have just completely died. What's another thing? Oh yeah, instead of jumping in with jumping light punch, you only want to jump in with jumping light punch as a Squiggly player if your opponent's on the ground, and usually if they're being frame trapped. Otherwise, you want to jump in with jumping light kick because it's just better exclusively in almost every way. It's not super disjointed, but it sticks out a lot, which is the important part. It just puts itself out there quite a bit.
True. So Turnikov needs to be a little better about the little barrel loop.
Yeah, I'm seeing a couple of strings come out of Turnikov, so Turnikov is starting to pick up doubles options a little bit better.
A little bit.
Definitely need to grind like routes.
Also, just randomly grabbing every now and again. It doesn't exactly know how to convert either. So just some work on that.
Hey, you got the conversion. Smart decision by Chief.
Yeah, cool.
Pick it up. Alright, so after that you want to go into launcher? Yeah, there you go. Like that. Okay.
Nice grab tech.
Alright, so...
That was good.
Well, I was about to judge you for ending your blockchain on a heavy, but you did a really deliberate
on the heavy,
grab,
yeah, but...
which is okay, but not against double. And the reason for that is because double has a super called Car Super, is what we call it lovingly. And Car Super is 100% invuln all the time. So if you frame trap like that, double has enough time to use Car Super and just kill you. Well, not kill you, but she'll hit you, and then it's her turn, because you'll be in the corner. Be careful about that. You didn't enter today because busy this past week? Hell yeah. I heard you have a job now. That's awesome.
Yeah. Jobu.
At Crank, she can DP though. If you're doing it on reaction, I think Amon just tried to frame trap into grab.
Yeah.
If you're doing it on reaction, then yeah, absolutely, you can DP past it.
Yeah. It's a legit frame trap though. It's true.
Yeah. In general, it's a good frame trap. Just tighten it up a little bit, like make it a little bit faster.
Yeah.
So for those guys who don't know, I think really Bella is a little bit broken, but only on a trio. Probably needs to be a second character.
The grab on the way. That's not exactly something you want to be relying on because you've been doing it so often now. Turnikov, because it's a meh thing. Her ground grab is not the greatest thing in the world, but her grab's
amazing.
amazing.
Consistently with flesh stuff, right?
You can.
Yes. Okay.
You can also save OTG if you're fast enough.
Yeah, that's saving OTG.
It makes it super wild.
Okay, so ending block strings in Silver Cord, you want to do it sparingly. Yeah, okay, yeah, you're doing it sparingly. I thought you were doing it after every block string. My mistake.
Yeah.
Alright, raw tagging is bad.
That was...
So, I mean, you saw right there, he double threw out a Luger. Now, if Double was aware of their options, what Double could do is they could cancel into Car and then convert off that Luger and put you in the corner, and then it's their turn to just basically win the game. And that's really bad, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So, you gotta be a lot more careful about when you're raw tagging. Raw tagging is, in general, considered a really bad option because it's super minus if it whiffs or it's blocked or anything like that. And what that means is that you're vulnerable for a really powerful punish. And they'll just be able to take away most of your life with that. So what you can be doing instead is go for a sliding knockdown. Any sort of hard knockdown, like a crumple, would also work fine. Or wait until like one of their characters is dead, which doesn't apply in this matchup. And there are other characters trying to get in. And during that brief window of time that you have, try to raw tag so you can get your other character in safely. You need to look for opportunities where you have enough time to get in and return to neutral before your opponent has a turn. Even better would be comboing into a raw tag, which is really rare and honestly not utilized enough.
Was a little earlier. Chief Amon blocked Car, and Car is absolutely punishable. You should not be running away from that. Also, Fridge is also punishable because that's on screen for days. And
on block, you can heavy counter hit Car, and on whiff, like because you dodged it with, oh yeah, you can dodge Car with a Daisy as well. Like if you're in the middle of an attack, just cancel into Daisy. It'll work assuming you're not in the corner because you need a little bit of time to react to it. And then when you dodge it with Daisy, you'll recover fast enough to punish with the light every time.
Luger in a car.
What about Luger in the car?
No, Megan's like Luger in the car.
Did I lie about that? You can do that, right?
Luger in the car?
Yeah, when they raw tagged and they hit with the Luger. Can you have canceled in the car?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so that looked like a light dive kick, or even a medium one. You probably, when you're that high up, a lot of people disagree with me when it comes to this. When you're that high up and you want to do a dive kick, I recommend heavy, or just not doing a dive kick. Better yet, just don't do a dive kick, and just respect your opponent. But if you do a heavy dive kick, then you're guaranteed to convert on hit like that happened there. Because if at that height you can't convert off a medium or a light dive kick. Which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And heavy dive kick, unbeknownst to a lot of people, is -11, which is not that bad. A lot of people are like, oh, it's so minus. It's really not.
No.
-11 is very okay. Like, it can only be light counter hit. A lot of people don't realize that. If you space yourself right, lights will whip.
Considering, like, Ban's Crouch Heavy Punch is, like, much more minus than fucking Swiggly's Dive Kick. It's,
Heavy dive kick at that, yeah.
yeah. That move was, like, what, -30 something? It's kind of dumb.
Squiggly B&Bs on double make me cry. Yeah! Screw Squiggly's B&Bs on double.
It's absolutely punishable, you can press a button!
It's actually even worse on Fortune. Almost everything Squiggly can do will be a little bit more broken on Fortune. But against double, it's just a pain in the butt. And Fuqua, because Fuqua's idle animation is stupid. Or not idle animation, standing hurt animation. I don't know why I said idle. I apologize.
What do you mean? Like, what about her auto?
Her getting hit animation while she's on the ground it's different from Philia's, right? I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's the same. It's the
okay,
same
okay. Then I guess it is her idle animation. Her idle animation is just really weird. Like when she touches the ground, she stands straight up, and it makes things whip on her that don't whip on any other character.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Eliza in that sense.
It's pretty good.
All right, so don't push block into that. I know you went for a PBGC Diamond Dynamo. Don't autopilot into that. There are times where you should not be push blocking and just respect it and then punish it. Okay. Don't counter hit with a super unless you think it's gonna kill. And the reason for that is because a counter hit super or special counts as a medium counter hit. Doing a heavy counter hit is actually significantly more damaging and gives you 50 more on Dizzy than a medium counter hit does. For those of you guys who don't know, counter hits give you bonus on Dizzy and your next attack does bonus damage for the first hit. Right? Is it the first hit or just the entire button? Like if my heavy hit is a 2-hitting move, will it do bonus damage for both hits?
Both hits.
Oh, okay. So it's for the entire first button then.
Yep.
Squiggly does not have a 4-frame jab. No one in this game has a 4-frame jab, in fact. Squiggly has a 6-frame jab, which is standard in this game. I think Parasol has a 7-frame jab? I don't know. Someone has a slower frame jab, just barely. And Philia and Fortune have a 5-frame jab.
Oh. I thought Phillies was also a 6-frame. Oh.
No, Phillies is 5. Squiggly with a 4-frame... Squiggly...
Oh.
Squiggly with 4-frame jab...
That would be dumb.
Not really, because her dash has startup. The only reason her jab would be fair at 4 frames is because it has dumb startup. But it would win in a lot of trades, which would be really stupid, and would actually allow you to stuff the startup of people's jumps, because jump startup is 4 frames, and that's real dumb. I think that's like the only reason to be broken. But that doesn't have to do with Squiggly, it would just be with any character. Give Squiggly those Guilty Gear normals.
Yeah.
I prefer her normals over Guilty Gear normals, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, 4-frame jabs literally would anti-air everything. Exactly what Tom is saying.
Yeah. Like, oh god.
No, Squiggly does not have a 4-frame jab. But because of its short range, it would be more fair than if it was on a lot of other characters, because it's her dash has startup, and also because what's it called? Her standing jab whiffs on a lot of people, especially when they're just crouching. Mike Z tried to fix that, but it didn't work out. Give Squiggly a gun, please do. All right, good. Was that 3 games?
That was 3 games, Renegade.
Damn, I did not stop talking. I apologize. I had so much I wanted to say. But okay, so
you're not done yet.
There's one other thing I wanted to say before we invite the next two. Well, while the next 2 players are trying to get in, which is gonna be, well, it would be you. It's you versus an open lobby. So whoever wants to jump in on an open lobby against you, Lyra, please let me know. Penny, you should not have a gun. I do not trust you with a gun.
Okay, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So the most important, I talked about Squiggly a lot, not just because I like Squiggly more, but also because you had one major issue, and that's about it, and that was your B&Bs. This applies to both people, obviously. Check out the B&B compendium. I say this a lot, so I'm being really flippant about it. Whatever. Flippant sounds more fancy. Yes. Yeah, so I'm being a bit more flippant about it. But the B&B compendium does not have the most optimized combos by any means, but I link it every week because it's something you gotta practice. You gotta go into the lab, just
put on like a YouTube video or something on the side or a movie, and while that movie's going on, just literally do your combo over and over and over and over in the lab. It can be frustrating, but if you just try to alleviate it by doing something else at the same time, it'll slow down your practice, but it'll help you build that muscle memory you need to get your combo down consistently. Within 3 days, I guarantee you'll be doing your combo a lot better. It'll be the fastest way to improve, and until you can do your combo 10 times in a row, like, maybe allow yourself one mistake, like 1 second chance kind of thing, then only then are you ready to like really say that your combo is like combat ready. You'll still be dropping it in match because in match it feels very different, but like you'll be ready to practice it in match. That's really important. The reason I tell people to learn a longer combo, especially in the beginner bracket, pretty much only in the beginner bracket, and probably I will also in the advanced bracket for optimization purposes, you need to learn the options that are available to your character. For example, Luger and Dakar, that's not unheard of. That's a very normal thing that double can do. It's not like a rare tactic, but you did not cancel on Dakar. There's a lot of, like, round start Cilia slide. Like, what other options do you have round start? Like, you just need to be more aware of what double can do, aware of what links there are. You did a lot of grabs and converted off of grabs. Like, what can you do when you save OTG? So you don't want to start your combo with a grab, you know? Because if you use grab, then you have to use OTG, and that kind of sucks. If you don't know what OTG is, play through the Skullgirls tutorial, by the way. Also, there's a command in Twitch chat called terms. You can Google things there.
I'll put an asterisk on a double grab with OTG.
Okay. Is there a way to convert without assist?
Yes.
Use OTG?
Yep.
Ooh. Okay.
You can do grab into H Luger. You can save OTG that way.
And then you'd have to use a meter to convert off of that, though, right?
Nope.
How do you convert off of H Luger?
You can just do it immediately. Just like, as soon as grab happens, just cancel. You just go straight into H Luger, pops them up into the air. You go for air string, and you're fine. Even though you're like at stage 4, but that's okay.
That's real weird.
Yeah, you can do it. It's very strange. The normal ways is just grab, flesh step, and if you're fast enough, you can see okay and preserve OTG.
I think because of how I play Squiggly, if I ever picked up double, I think that would be like my only grab conversion. I love playing OTG as Squiggly. That's so wild.
It's pretty cool.
Okay, so Turnikov jumped in. That's fine. You versus Turnikov is perfectly okay. Both these people are EU, so that works out. This was actually the original matchup I had, but then I switched up a little bit because Smony. Unfortunately, you could not make it though, so that's fine.
Yeah.
And also because I found out you was intermediate. That was actually the bigger reason. Whatever.
Yeah.
He's like borderline intermediate on a good day. That's you saying that. That's not me. I'm just reading off what he said.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, double doesn't really care about using it. Yeah, it kind of matters. It depends on the combo you're going for. It kind of matters. Yeah. But
I mean, just like how Tekken impacts how I play Skullgirls, because I have a lot more Tekken experience, neutral wise. Like, you'll notice I throw out a lot of buttons, right, JP? Like in neutral. Yeah. The reason I do this is because in Tekken I'm constantly pressing buttons at neutral.
Yeah.
You're supposed to. You're supposed to use your moves to move your body around. And so like a lot of my habits come from Tekken, and in that same sense, I feel like because my habits are Squiggly, I just instinctively want to save OTG at all times with double.
Yeah.
That's just my playstyle, I tell you.
That's okay. Okay, yeah.
There we go, now we're talking. Alright, so
cool,
you want to use the other card. Not that it matters, but you got corner either way. You want to use the other card.
Yeah. Actually, if you use the other card, they get sent flying in the other direction. And since he was closer to this corner, it kind of makes more sense to use the forward card.
Okay, well, good awareness. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I think that was an accident, but I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt that you were aware that that corner was close to you.
I'm also not quite sure Turnikov knows that he can go the other direction, either.
Well, when you hold you can hold the direction after you input that super, and you can go in whichever direction you pointed. Or you'll come out of the screen whichever direction you pointed.
True. Also, for those unaware, when you get knocked down, there are tinges on the floor. Blue tinge means you can press a button and a direction, and you can tech. So sometimes it's okay to not tech, but most of the time you want to be either teching forward or away from your opponent. If you're closer to them, teching forward would be good for the pressure. Teching away, like, just in case they might have some sort of mix-up on the incoming.
I feel like as your gameplay improves, you'll actually find out that more often than not you don't want to tech because it wastes 50 on the especially if you're going to have to do a crazy test that's not really doable. It's kind of like checks and balances. There's a up and down to teching. But for now, you should probably be always teching. Whenever you see blue sparks, it means your opponent probably made a mistake in the route, and you can press a button in either direction and go flying.
I'm trying to go for a grab. Reset the click. Also, we're really low on the red health, and we're solo. We should be snapping for some help there. Also, yes, Rekkas are, as Penny says, Rekkas are unsafe. You shouldn't be using them in the block string, really. It's just not good for you.
Yeah, don't use it in block string. You can make it safe-ish with an assist, but... Actually, what assist is he running? Is he running cremation, I'd assume?
The assist that he's running is shot.
Oh, was he not playing... My bad. I thought
No,
for some reason he was playing Squiggly.
Parasol. No, you please.
Has he ever played Squiggly?
Don't think so.
Wow, what's... I might be confusing him with, like, Debo. That might be it.
Probably.
Yeah, my mistake. Doubles in Skullgirls Mobile now? Has she not been before? I don't know.
No, she hasn't been there.
She's got a new intro in mobile. That's the lore.
Well, I mean, while it is good advice, Tom, beginners usually don't know about counter hit things happening like that.
Yeah. So in terms of scaling and optimizing your damage, we don't really talk about that till the intermediate bracket.
Yeah.
For now, just take advantage of counter hit. Using a grab to counter hit is not great, but it's not the worst thing in the world, especially because it's only 7 frame startup. It's about the same as a light counter hit, except it scales. In general, though, you should not be countering. You should be counter hitting with an attack and not grab.
Oh man, we're
so
pressing button.
that's it. You need to push block more. Push blocking is done by pressing 2 punch buttons at the same time. When Fortune is going ham on you like that, you actually cannot press a button because you're at a disadvantage almost all the way through. There are specific situations where you can press a button, but it's hard. It's much smarter to just push block and make them fly away. How it works is if you push block a move, they'll fly backwards until they hit you with another button, or they go a certain distance, which is like a decent distance, like you'll have space to breathe. And the reason that's important is because if they're doing a multi-hitting move, they'll hit you a second time before the push block actually sends them far away enough. So you want to push block at the last hit of a multi-hitting move or a single hitting move.
Also, to the thing I just remembered about teching versus not teching, if you don't tech and you have blue sparks, that means your opponent gets a combo for free. So, like, sometimes you just want to be always teching. So,
Oh, Double Rainbow is, I hate that skin.
double rainbows. I love double rainbows.
I like it in concept, but when I'm actually fighting against it, it's just... It gives me an aneurysm. Like, I hate staring at it.
But that's the hidden tech right there.
Hidden tech is playing on Gehenna with all, like, blood skins. You know what I'm talking about?
Snap, you're right, that's what I've always done.
I hate that. I hate
No,
that.
just play on Bath of Segment and all red characters, so that's the greatest.
Oh, all white characters on Classroom? Oh my
it's
god.
pretty good, dude.
Dude, Squiggly has a translucent white skin. Using that on Classroom is just cheating. It's just cheating.
It's just the mind games. Remember that silly slide is not a safe one to be using in neutral, so just get punished for it.
You can make it safe sometimes when you cancel in a monster, but don't turn it into a habit, because that was a mistake.
No, to be honest, better options, cat heads.
Oh, that costs 2 meter, and you don't want to do
That
that.
does cost me meter. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world either, because it doubles the battery. But
Okay, so you used crouching medium kick. Don't do that. That's the worst button in the game.
true.
Well, okay, that's according to every Fortune player. I disagree, and I've shown Sunset setups where you can use it. She doesn't believe me.
Kind of also disagree. It's only because like it's a weird low crush property thing that it has.
Yeah, it's disjointed low crush. That's so good, but like people don't realize it. People don't realize
it's actually
how
really good.
like it can
Like,
be used.
It's just awkward.
I guess it's just barely not far-reaching enough. That'd be like the only
Yeah.
reason I would say that it's not that useful, especially when she has like a 5-frame jab. Like,
True. It's a little slightly more optimal. It does more damage, but it's such an awkward button that you just can't use any combos.
So at that point in your combo route, you could have canceled the barrel and you would have been able to keep on going. Just be aware of your options. I'm not talking about optimization right now. You just need to be able to learn what you can do from what.
It's gotta learn your buttons, man.
That's what the good old B&B Compendium is for.
Ooh, B&B. Also, Fortune versus Double is kind of in the Double's favor because you can harass the head all you want for days because it's pretty good.
If you're gonna play headless, you have to be aware of all the things your head can do.
Yeah.
When you did that, the move that sent him on a sliding knockdown, you could have converted off of a head slide. Zoom would have actually worked perfectly. That overhead. A lot of heavies coming out. You gotta be careful with how many heavies you're pressing. It's kind of scary. You've already been getting counter hit quite a bit.
True. Punish
Car
it.
is super unsafe. You got really lucky there.
You can also punish that.
Timing. Do not end a block stream in Car. I don't care if you're frame trapping. Car is the worst thing to end a block stream. Just end it in Luger. End it in, what is it, M Luger is +0 or H Luger is +0?
M and H are +0. It's +2 to get push blocked.
M is not +0. It's like -2.
No, heavy's +0, man.
Medium?
No, medium? Medium 0 also do.
Yo, someone in chat verify this? I could have sworn medium was like -2.
No.
No way.
Trust, dude. Trust. It's 0, and if double gets push blocked, it's +2.
Oh yeah, because it's only 23 frames of box
Yeah.
time. That's so weird.
It's so good, dude. Luger makes you neutral. It's so great.
Why is that okay?
And it's also frame trap, so hey.
Penny says at crank. Hello. Why? Car mash into a Kara Daisy pusher. Oh, right, Squiggly.
Well, yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, well, they were in block stun, so it doesn't matter. They should have just respected that, honestly. There's no really reason to.
Yeah.
Because you get a heavy counter hit if you just block it. If you do a Daisy to dodge it, you don't take the chip damage, but you only get a light counter hit, which sucks. Oh, Crank doesn't know about the best frame trap. Oh, you mean like using Car to get close to them and then using Daisy to canceling into Daisy? Yeah, I do that with SSJ. That's funny. It's so funny when that happens.
Makes sense.
I did that to JP once. Or was it Kenji? Yeah. I don't know. I hit somebody with it that was like noteworthy, and I was just like, I can't believe that worked. It shouldn't work. It's jumpable.
It is
100% jumpable. You do not get bonus hit stop for DHCing. Except for because of a glitch. There's one DHC that does do that because of a glitch. Hey, my parents are at the airport.
Oh, hey. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, the next matchup we got Draco Bomba versus Ghost. You know, it's the best hidden tech? Grabbing is J. Said as much to pursue. Oh man, thanks for the 100 bits.
Oh, Chief Amon. Wow, Chief Amon donates a lot of bits, and I greatly appreciate it, man. Thanks a whole bunch. Like, it really helps the stream out. Every little bit helps. I greatly appreciate it. Keeps the stream going. For those of you guys who don't know, none of this goes to our profits or anything. 100% of like bits and subscriptions that are donated to us go towards helping reimburse the prize pool I do for our Wednesday tournaments. For those of you guys who don't know, we host tournaments on Wednesdays. Skullgirls Get Gr8. Every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. For the EU players, I apologize. It's the only time we can really make it work.
Oh man, and you got a Bale versus an Eliza. I played.
Yeah, Gruesome is iconic for his solo Bale, and Draco is iconic for his solo Eliza.
Second mid round start was a decent thing to do. It was okay.
It's an interesting read. It's really aggressive, but you have to respect it in a sense, but it's still not great because you're using a bit of a meter up and you're being really aggressive on the first match in a set. Focus on getting some information first.
True.
And this is general. Like, sometimes you just know your opponent, but like.
Yeah. So this is kind of like the point where Jerusalem sort of loses because he gets rid of the chair. He doesn't really go back for it because he
picked
I suppose. He picked it up then, but like most of the time and through the matches that I play with him, he just tosses away the chair and then you just get him away from the chair and he just loses. So like, you have to realize the importance of your chair, man. It's really important.
So the chair does a lot for Beowulf, and you should play the Beowulf tutorial if you haven't already. But basically the chair, without the chair, you take bonus chip damage from everything. like if you're blocking something that does chip damage, and you take chip damage from normals. And the idea is because you're using your belt to block, and it's chipping away at your pride. It's a pretty cool lore reason. But, that's the reason.
Got caught by that one again. That's just you have to get used to that. Lots of things.
For those guys who haven't seen it, there's a 5-meter block string combo that you can do on Beowulf when he doesn't have his chair, and it does 80% of his life in just chip damage.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a crazy setup, and it's really wild. But I saw a video of it, and it's really nuts.
It's just so dumb, though.
It's a lot of chip damage.
It's a sad voiced one.
Yeah. Also, I totally lived the experience that you were talking about, Gruesome. I think it was last week because I saw a clip of it. He goes high, then he goes low, and then he goes for grab.
Yep.
Every single time. And it'll work a lot of the time because it's hard to deal with that unless you like condition yourself to deal with it.
Yeah.
But like, if you just block high, block low, and then up back, you guaranteed to escape and then return to neutral. And Gruesome's neutral is probably what needs a lot of work. Neutral is something that's hard to give advice about. It's just really being aware of what buttons you can press in certain situations. That really mostly just comes from experience. So play the game more.
You see.
Oh shit.
So Gruesome's been doing this combo for a very long time at this point, but we need something a little different now. I gotta expand your palette there.
I do like the combo though. Like it's you can definitely make it better. It's not a bad combo. I think optimizing. I think he should wait on optimizing. I think he needs to work on it a lot more than that.
Well, not like optimizing it, just like getting a different combo. It's like it's a good one, but you want another one that gives you a little more setup too.
Like more reset reps.
Yeah.
Does Bale
have a jump? Yes.
Okay. Why does every character have?
Well, I mean, it makes sense.
Squiggly's vortex. Squiggly's the only character that doesn't have like a real vortex. I mean, she does now. I did it. Yay.
Hey, you blocked it. Nice. Good job. So at this point, you should be either trying to grab the Skelebones.
Nice, fast one to low. That was actually good.
That was pretty good, yeah.
So another thing Gruesome struggles at is switching blocks. I've seen him absolutely good from time to time, but in general, they do not switch blocks.
Oh my god.
Level 3 will do that. You got the conversion? Yeah, okay.
Nice. That works, that's okay.
So Beverly Hillbilly specifically requested, I mean, shouts to Beverly Hillbilly, I don't know if he wanted me to call him out on this, but he wanted me to give them, like, go ham on giving them advice, because these two players have a lot of potential, and I believe it. These players are really dedicated, and I find it like crazy. And I'm not saying none of the other players are dedicated or anything, but I mean, like, these people have been doing sets to 100 against, like, us pretty consistently, and they've been playing every day. They're putting in the work. And I love seeing that. That makes me so happy to see. So it's not going unnoticed, guys. Keep it up.
Yeah, it's been showing, dude. It's like, come in.
Yeah, and lots of players are noticing it. Like, it's not just us. Like, a lot of people recognize it. Just constantly playing the game.
Ooh,
wow.
Did you see that? That was insane.
I did not realize it's not a true block string. That's kind of crazy.
It's not true. I didn't know that. That's amazing. The fact that you can hop in between the hits.
So that's really interesting because that means Painwheel can mash level 1 between
That's
that.
correct. That's insane.
Or you can mash SSJ between that. That's so weird.
Yeah. We just learned something today. That's first base. That's cool.
I can mash Daisy between that. Why? Why can
That's
I do
insane.
that?
I can mash BFF between that. I can't believe this.
Oh, that's real dumb. Okay.
Oh,
Eliza just got like 50,000 times per year.
Right?
Just throwing that out there, guys.
Oh man. Mind is blown.
Is it because did he land cancel? That had to have been like a land.
It must have been.
Like, it can't be real.
Must have been.
We'll go back and look at that. Someone clipped that.
That was
Someone
cool.
clipped that, like how Gruesome got hit between Light Spiral.
Please do. Also, I see something. Use my observations the next day. Was able to make a little tougher time for. Well, yeah. I mean, the thing is, Guru recognizes it, but he hasn't done much to change it. So it's like one of those things where you just kind of have to hit up the lab and just
Well, it's one of those things where I feel like he just has to get stopped enough times. Eventually, he'll realize like, oh, wait a minute, overhead low.
It's not working.
Grab is not working anymore. I need to adapt.
Right.
I need something new. Beowulf has mix up for days because of the chair. and he has the obvious instant overhead with the light kick and whatever, and you can just do it again. Like, you just go into overhead again. Like, it's unsafe-ish, but like, it's good. It's so good. It'll always work. Like, you think I'm kidding? It'll always work.
It's pretty legit. Do it all the time, dude.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Oh yeah, Guru doesn't use his meter.
That's true.
Wish we had
kind
more
of ended
Guru,
up
because there's so much I want to talk about these two players. If you guys catch me doing a set tonight or something, hit me up. We'll play more, because there's a lot I want to talk about your guys' play. There's a lot of small changes that are related to your neutral and decision making that I feel like you guys need to work on. I played like, I think 30-ish games with Draco last week, and I told him a lot. He wasn't writing it down, which is unfortunate. Next time I'll record it, because you need to take notes. It will slip out of your mind whether you feel like it or not. Yeah, good games between these two players. So
we got next.
So this is what I was mentioning before, that some people should be shifting over to beginner a little bit more. You, Draco, and Guru, I feel like you guys should go into beginner a little bit more. And the reason has nothing to do with like your skill got worse or anything. The reason for it is because I'm expanding what beginner means. I want people to have like a certain threshold of consistency or neutral or round start decision making, like awareness in a sense. And I feel like Draco is on the fence where he's just about to be intermediate, but like I think he just needs to be a little bit cleaner, because I know a lot of segments come up because he makes a mistake input. So he needs to be a little bit cleaner with his execution. So I kind of want you to go back to beginner. I know you climbed your way into intermediate, and I sincerely apologize for this. If you want to stay in intermediate, it's obviously ultimately your choice. No, I'm not saying you're a noob. I'm telling you that intermediate or beginner means more now, and intermediate means less. I'm basically taking away people that normally fell into the old classification of intermediate, because beginner now encompasses you knowing a little bit more about neutral and you knowing a little bit more about round start. Which means you and Guru Slum should probably go into beginners, and Draco, you're right on that fence, I'll let you choose, but I think you should just barely be like at the end of beginners. Like, one more week in beginners will probably do you some good, and then you'll go into intermediate. Yeah, you get to pick good fights all the time.
Yeah.
And for the people who are other people who are looking for good fights, make sure you join the Discord. Our Discord is probably the most active looking for fights channel I've seen in any Skullgirls Discord ever. There's always somebody who's willing to play, which is really cool. It died down a little bit ever since I feel so bad for forgetting the name. There was a person who's the person we always thought was a girl, but it's actually a guy. You know who I'm talking about. Penny, who was it?
Oh my god.
I feel so bad for forgetting the name. Dude's so cool.
Longshot.
Thank you so much. Yeah, ever since Longshot disappeared, it's been a little bit less active. But in general, though, we have a very active community of people that are just constantly trying to play around the clock. I'm serious. Eka Missing No, you can not be a beginner.
No, Mega, you're like.
I feel like the general rule of thumb is if you can beat me like 1 out of 3 matches, then you definitely should never ever even consider beginners. I'm not like on the fence between beginner and I'm not like the gatekeeper between beginner and intermediate, but I feel like if you can beat me 1 out of 3 games, you definitely should not be in beginner. I don't think I'm that bad. I might be, but probably not.
I suppose I'm just on a different scale.
You're like the upper end of advanced, dude. Like, I can't. You're not like a threshold for anything anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah. But speaking about the threshold of being advanced, we're gonna have Hakuya versus Shmup Dog Joe. Now, I'm not too aware of how Shmup Dog Joe plays because he's only been around for a few of these so far, and I've not been able to watch them all. But Hakuya, he's an old face. I miss Hakuya, dude. Hakuya was here all the time, and he's got so much goddamn talent.
It's been a while. Plays on PS4 Discord. I think there's a couple. Well, actually, a lot of us.
There is a PS4 Discord. There's not a lot. Yeah. There is a PS4.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of us have PS4s.
Some of us have it on PS4. Like, I have it on PS4. If you really want to fight me on PS4, I guess I will. Make sure, first of all, make sure you're setting your PS4 to 720. That's a very important thing if you're going to play on PS4. Set your PS4 to 720 anytime you play Skullgirls. Every time you restart your console, it'll revert back to automatic. It needs to be on 720, otherwise you will not be getting 60 FPS. And you will be getting 60 FPS most of the time, but that's not the issue. The issue is you will experience 3 to 5 extra frames of latency, and that's game ruining. How do you do that? You go into the settings option, and you go down to like screen settings or display settings, I think it's called, and there'll be, if you go into that menu, there'll be like resolution set to automatic, set it to 720p. And if you want a link to the PS4 Discord, I can provide that to you, or I know several people who can provide that to you. That Discord isn't crazy active, but like it's got a lot of people that are willing to play if you're willing to play. Right? Yeah. And you can always just hang out on the Get Great Discord anyways, just to hang out and have fun with us. And occasionally Skullgirls goes on sale for like $2, and Sharp gives away free keys all the time. So like, you can get it on PC for free, essentially. And as long as your computer's stronger than a toaster, it can play the game.
True. Sharpie's the gal. She's cool. Talk about like community proponents. She's like one of the biggest ones. Oh man, wombo combos. That's good confirmed. Okay, so we can do auto tech, that's okay. That was a good burst bait actually, nice. It was a good jump back. It was a little delayed, because like you could have burst that immediately and not have to worry about it.
I think they went to cancel his silver cord and mess it up a little bit. Never silver cord at neutral. Unless you have the most next level strategy in mind. You use it as a joke. It's a meme. Don't use silver cord at neutral.
Yeah, do not do that, please.
Unless you're fighting.
Kind of hurt yourself. Wow, it's cross up.
That's punishable. No, you push
That is
block.
punishable. But push block.
Okay. Yeah. If against certain supers, the last hit will pull you towards the character. So if Squiggly waits too long to DHC, then it is heavily punishable. If you don't push block, if you push block, you ruin everything.
Yeah.
The best example of that is SSJ, where if you SSJ and the first 3 hits get blocked and you cancel into SBO, it will be safe. And if you don't wait for the 3 hits and do the 4th hit, then you're vulnerable. And because the 4th hit has a vacuum effect. Just crazy.
Yeah.
And it applies to a lot of supers. You just gotta know your supers. Good SBO to keep him blocking. Good empty jump. That was really smart, not going in for a mix-up.
That was pretty good, yeah.
So I like not shmups. I like Hakir's neutral. I mean, of course, I do. This guy has really good neutral in general. He's mostly known for his Filia play, but I was very happy with that neutral that came out of that Squiggly. That was really good. Hey, Yo-Yo, you should fight Hakir. If you get tired of fighting me ever, you should fight Hakir. I feel like you'll enjoy that.
As for shmup, just be aware of the assist calls, because you got hit a lot, being paid well. It's like, you can just fly away from it. You don't always have to go in, and also you don't always have to use armor, because, you know, armor is kind of an unsafe thing, especially in the air. And if you get hit with a multi-hitting move, that's just sad voice for you. Yeah. I ran into me a couple times in Solo Painwheel, who always abuses the crap out of the armor moves, and I'm just like, you're just hurting yourself. Please don't do this. We're going 3 teams. Okay. Good old trio. Good first trio here. That's okay. It's okay. That's a good assist. Actually, a decent assist there. That's a grab into SBO. I mean, it would be better if he just went into serious interface, to be honest. Just going from grab to SBO just makes it for a really inconsistent conversion.
Okay, no. So when you grab and you go into SBO, you want to use silver cord immediately. Don't try to build a charge. I mean, there's probably a way to make it work, but it probably requires a specific setup. If you don't have an assist that you're using convert, you need to go straight into silver cord. Even non-serious silver cord would be fine. If you have Saria charge, you can go into Saria silver cord after a grab, which is fine, but it hella scales a combo for not that much damage. And if you have Saria center stage, then you can go off the wall bounce. If you have Saria center stage and a meter, I highly recommend using that meter to do SBO after Saria center stage, because the wall bounce goes to waste, but you get to build a charge and convert off of Saria center stage. So it basically counts as all you did was use a meter, and you get a free conversion, which is real nice, in my opinion.
Yeah. Schwab, you keep going for the armor move for Robo. That is not the best move in the world, to be honest. It's not something you should be really abusing, or even like attempting to go into anything else with. That's a mix-up. What a grab! Okay.
One more thing about the silver cord conversion off of grab. You can use it against band, double, and Bayo without charge. I think band is the most consistent one. I've heard rumors that it works on double and Bayo as well.
It would be the best.
Basically, heavy characters.
Yeah. Like, again, you want to be careful about the flight and the assist calls right there. Okay, we're going to install, sure.
I like that you can't see backdash and install. That was kind of cool looking. It probably wasn't the smartest
right?
thing.
Not the
So
smartest.
you can kind of tell that Pain was obviously supposed to be in the air a lot more.
Yeah.
You seem to be a lot more comfortable with the grounded options. Against a jumpy opponent, I actually recommend air even more, even though it feels like her air-to-air options are punishable by Squiggly, which is true. When your opponent jumps, it raises the ceiling, and that means you, as a flying Pain get to fly higher than usual. Against a jumpy opponent, that's what makes flight so powerful, because they're literally doubling the amount of space you have control over, which is really cool. Additionally, your best reversal is... I mean, your ground reversal is pretty good, but your best reversal is actually your air super. Your air super is phenomenal at doing pretty much everything. It stops cross-ups, it stops air-to-air, it beats like everything. It's a hit grab. It's just really good, dude.
Stops nonsense. It's like Val scalpels, basically, but better.
What's my shirt size? But I texted you. I said large. Also, hi Wugget. Shoutouts to my friend from Chicago. I love you. You're amazing, buddy.
Oh man.
Yeah, but if you didn't get my text, it was large. And for those of you guys who don't know, my shirt size is large. But that's mostly because I like wearing oversized shirts.
Makes sense. It's good.
Oh yeah. Penny is really sorry for banning you. I told him that. He didn't believe me. But Penny accidentally banned you for a little bit, and it made him really sad. Also, Penny, I think you did worse than just banning him, because he was never able to post again for like a long time, like literally hours.
Really? Oh god.
Yeah.
That's sad. Sad face. Sad face.
Yeah. But Penny, Wugget, don't take it personally, because Penny's a really nice dude. He's a great dude. Yeah. Are they in a match that I just can't see?
Probably.
I'm a sad man.
They might be in a match. Yeah.
Yeah, chat said 600-second
Yeah.
timeout, but he literally couldn't talk for hours. Aww.
Yeah.
Everyone's friends again.
Yeah. We get it. We save the world. Oh, man.
What a dude.
Yeah.
What's your favorite color, JP?
Depends on the day.
Tuesday.
Today, Tuesday, sky blue.
It's a what?
Sky blue.
Sky blue? That's a good choice. I used to like sky blue a lot.
Very nice. But I don't know, preferring black these days though.
Hey, if you're going to a Thanksgiving thing in an hour, let me know if you guys ever drink, because I'll just take shots with you, because I don't care. I'm a degenerate.
No, please. No, please. Don't get better before you can drink.
You might be right, but I'm an idiot. Draco saying, you didn't like Pleasure's Guide for once. I felt like I was bullying you enough. On Discord, I was just like, hey, you should check out Pleasure's Guide.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
And on that note, you should check out Pleasure's Guide. Did I? Nah, it's not. I don't even know the command. Hold on.
Oh.
What's the command for Pleasure's Guide? Does anyone know from the top of their head? Like, hold on. Command.
Like exclamation
click
point
this link.
guides?
It's like.
It's not exclamation point guides. Is it?
It might be just exclamation mark Eliza. I wouldn't be
Yeah,
surprised.
exclamation. Yeah, it's exclamation point guides.
Oh, it's exclamation mark guides.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Rabble was making a Bayo one. He'd never finished it. Rabble, hurry up.
No. What do you mean?
Rabble forever. Did he make it?
Is it not done? Yeah, the Bayo guy's been done forever.
Oh, yo, can you link it to me? At some point, I'll edit that thing.
Yeah,
Because I try to put up VODs that are made by the community. Or, I mean, good guides that are made by the community. His has been done. His been finished forever. Really? Because I could have sworn he said he was going to make an updated guide like literally less than a month ago.
Yo, he got like all the Bayos together to make a massive Beowulf guide.
All right, good hit. Found it for me. Thank you so much. I will add
Yeah.
that later. Fantastic. Good old.
Super comprehensive.
They left. I want them back because I didn't get to watch the last match. Hakuya, if you're still on, hold on. Let me just PM.
Where are the
Hey,
roasts, JP?
your last match didn't make it on stream.
You gotta come back, man.
Invite to game.
I mean, Guru, you already got roasted. So I mean,
Where you at, Shmup?
I'm
Invite
not
to
sure I
game.
can. I'm not sure reiterating
Your last
anything equals
match
the
did
same amount of roast. It's just not. It's just not the same.
So we want one more.
Yeah, CMK is really good for combos, but as the CMP is just better as a starter. Yeah.
If you don't want to, Shmup, that's fine too. Shmup sounds really passive aggressive about this. I'm sorry.
Right.
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean for this to happen.
Oh god. Well, shit.
Just like what? Okay.
What? I have to
Like,
do
I'm like,
one
I'm
more.
sorry.
Well,
I didn't know.
fine. Christ, I guess I'll get back in there.
I guess I'll play more Skullgirls, you piece of shit.
So like I wanted to play more Babaku.
Second hit makes it so easy. Yo, oh man, I want both you and Penny to sleep over at some point before I run out of Kraken. I mean, I'll buy more Kraken obviously because I love Kraken. But I want you guys to both die having a shot of Kraken. I want to see you if you guys are the good side or the dark side.
I mean, I don't really get drunk. It's not a thing that happens.
Totally get drunk. I've heard you drunk on multiple occasions.
You have heard me drunk, but it's like still pretty coherent.
But I mean, lots of people are here when they're drunk. That's not a thing. But what I mean is, Kraken is a really, really strong thing to take shots of. Like it's like 90 something proof. Like no, it's 108 proof. Which is crazy.
100.
It's basically 2 shots in one. And what's interesting about it is I've never found someone who thinks it's okay. People either love it or they hate it. If you get really furry and cuddly when you're drunk, we're gonna have a good time, Penny. Don't worry about that.
I'm so down for that. I'm okay with that.
Ah, yeah,
Cuddles?
3-way cuddles.
I'm down for that.
Shoutouts to Zoe and Sunset. Hopefully they're not. Alcohol is too bitter for you, unless it's hella mixed. Well, okay, so this is the thing about alcohol that I try to tell a lot of people, is a lot of people go into the alcohol with the mentality, it's like, oh, it's bad for you and I don't want to deal with it. And I had that mentality too, but eventually I hit a point in college where I was just like, you know what, I want to push my boundaries, I want to try something new. And what I found out is that alcohol tastes very unique. It's a completely new flavor. So it's kind of cool because it's explorative. And what's extra interesting is every drink tastes unique. So you can't just try one alcohol and say it's bitter, I don't like it. You probably just had a really bad beer. Try hard cider. Try. Did we not get to watch that match either?
I guess not. What is this? What is going on? No, I think he might have just left.
I think he just left. Okay.
I think he just left. Yeah. I mean,
Try invite.
I'm okay with. It's like I'm okay with alcoholic drinks, but like I can't drink really much of anything that's like beer because I don't like the bitter taste of it.
Do it. My bad.
Okay.
Okay. His stick stopped working.
Oh, that sucks. No, not your stick. Like yo, if you sit me down with like tequila or like a huge bottle of wine, I'm down for that. With like
Yo, tequila. I have so
like,
much wine here, and I'm going to buy tequila all the time because I have horrible tastes. Yeah,
just give me a bottle. I will be fine.
My tiers of drinking are wine is top tier. Well, red wine specifically. I'm a big Merlot fan.
Yeah,
My favorite wine is called Autumn Harvest, which is only available from this one winery in Wisconsin, which sucks because like it's their homebrewed thing and you can't get it anywhere else. I have to like travel like 8 hours if I want to ever get it. And the bottles are expensive too. It's like $40 a bottle or something. But it doesn't matter. That's not the important part. Chocolate beer is so hit or miss. Some people like it, some people don't. Anyway, it's wine. Well, Hockey didn't get a third match. JP, you want to fight him? Go ahead and fight him.
Yeah, I'll fight him.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, it's like for me, it's like red wine, followed by Kraken, followed by tequila, followed by like Like if I'm just gonna sip on something, which is very rare, then I'll drink hard cider, specifically Smith and Forge. For people who have not had like a variety of hard cider, all hard cider tastes completely different somehow. Like if you think you know hard cider because you tried reds, no, you don't know anything. Drink Smith and Forge. Smith and Forge is unironically one of my favorite drinks, regardless of the alcohol. Like I legitimately like it more than soda. It tastes so good. JP's about to abuse the poor man. That is very true. We have a meme for this, but I don't think we're gonna be able to see it in time.
Gentlemen and ladies, it's showtime!
Oh, he's switching back to his old team. It's Philia Squiggly. Man, you are one of the few people who will ever try running Anchor Squiggly. Anchor Squiggly just does not work. But good luck to you, man. Good luck to you. Oh, try to use the D&B assist to... Remember, D&B assist is not a reversal, it's a lockdown. You have to be touching them before you call that assist, otherwise you're just gonna ask for a double snap. She's also so skinny that almost everything double snaps with her besides like my hand. Wow. I have movement though. They're buffering in the incoming. Try to jump in with the button. Standard 50-50. No, real talk, I think Dragon Ball Fighter is making a really smart decision by removing incoming setups. Because getting a free 50-50 on incoming just because you got the lead is it's kind of hard to deal with. But it also makes it more like King of Fighters. So, I don't know. It's a half match benefit. Nice pickup. Converting off of that with the dash up crouching light kick. It is a little bit tricky. I'm not a big fan of doing that, but it's worked out. Because it doesn't always work full screen. Nice! Jumping in with the jumping light kick as low to the ground as you can get. Very well done. Getting in that overhead against the crouching Ophelia is really hard. Nice. Remember that if you are crouch blocking, Double's bomber will go over you after the first hit. So feel free to cancel into stuff at that point. Give them a run for their money. That was good. Be a little bit more aware of when you're calling your assist. There's someone else I was supposed to talk about regarding assist calling. I think it was Magic, yeah. Which is going to be your next matchup, conveniently enough.
Yeah.
So let's get Magic in here.
GG's.
You know what's funny? We started an hour late and we're still 100% on time.
Right?
We've been flying through these.
GG's. It's well played.
We're gonna invite Magic
Some
to
of
the game
your
one more
old-
time because I think I invited the wrong person and then Bio. Oh yeah, Bio's already in.
So
Good stuff.
some of your old habits kind of poured through again, because I remember the way you played. Careful about M-ball in the air, because I could just easily, heavy button out of that. That just gives me a free cross-up. Calling your assist while I'm nowhere near it is really terrible, because Philly is super fast, so she could easily just punish it and just get back out. Other than that, neutral played pretty good.
The assist calling was probably the biggest problem I saw.
Yeah, that's really the biggest thing.
Another big thing is why aren't you using cremation? Cremation is disjointed and she gets low enough to the ground, so your instant overhead setups will be more ambiguous because the screen will pan up just enough to hide squiggly, so you won't even be able to see the low. Cremation for Philia specifically is exclusively better.
Yeah, it would help much more.
There are specific setups you can do that make D&B better. Not even worth it. Just use cremation. Seriously.
Yeah, to be honest, it's a bit better. Like you don't particularly need the horizontal coverage with Philia. You can cover that with IDs. Like, it doesn't matter. That's a pillar. Nice.
Get the conversion.
Hello, ephemeral Sean. Greetings.
Okay, he goes for an air
Go
raid.
for the grab. That's classic. Classic.
So, if you're planning to route a reset... Alright, so since you had me asking me to talk about assists, here's some optimization tips. This is a bit more high tier stuff, but just pay attention to it. If you're planning to go... Like, have a game plan in mind. That's the number one thing. This is set play. You want to have a plan in mind on how many resets you're going to do and when they're going to be. If you know that the first reset you're going to go for is a grab at the start of your combo, make sure you call your assist during your first string because that assist will not add unbusy. Otherwise, that assist call counts as a medium and will add any unbusy. And this will make your resets and vortex a lot more powerful. Also, if you're not going to kill, do not ever let your unbusy bar fill up. Which is weird to say, but in general, unless you're going for a burst plate, you do not want that unbusy bar to fill up. You want to reset before the unbusy bar fills up, because otherwise the next hit confirm you get will automatically scale your combo to 30%.
Okay, I guess we do that. That's okay. Why? Yeah.
I saw 0 assist calls come out of Magic.
Right.
Okay, kind of.
Would have been really good.
That
Would have been really good.
Punish. Good stuff.
To be honest, it's unless you can react fast enough, it's just easy to go for Airwolf counter for an Airwolf. It's just better to do that instead of going for Arm because the potential for whiff is much less when you do an Airwolf.
Yeah. Also, when you have a Beowulf on your team and a band, you should be DHing a lot more.
Really, so much more, dude. You're gonna be doing massive damage.
Parasol needs a lot of meter to make things safe. Who cares about being safe when you can DHC into gigantic Arm?
Basically. Giga Arm SSJ, you're fine, dude. Man, it doesn't really matter.
Also, something fascinating is this. I don't think I've seen. Do I know anyone who plays this team? Bayo ban Parasol or Parasol Bayo ban?
No,
That's
I've
such
never
a
seen this
unique
team.
team.
I've never seen this team comp before either. So
I wonder what they can do together. Like I kind of see some possibilities here and there because I know Parasol and Bayo have a lot of cool synergy, and Parasol and Band have a lot of cool synergy.
yeah,
And obviously Bayo and Band. Yeah. Like I kind of want to see what the set play would be like if this was optimal.
yeah, Arm. Okay, you can't really get a pickup off of that because it's.
Oh, we're running A-Train. What?
Oh, okay. So then yes, there's a lot of synergy here.
Okay. So, alright,
That's bad.
here's something I recommend. I think you should not have Band as your anchor. And this is going to be questionable advice. And the reason for this is because Band doesn't have a safe DHC option. You want to be able to end your DHC chain into a safe DHC, and that would be Airwolf. It's safe-ish, I should say.
Sure.
And
Oh god.
the other thing is because very frequently you're gonna be calling A-Train more than I don't even know what your Bayo assist even is. What's his Bayo assist?
It's DP.
Is it DP?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I guess it's 50-50 in that case. I feel like because Parasol is such a neutral queen, you're gonna be calling A-Train more than you're gonna be calling DP, because DP is more for like getting out of pressure, it's more for lockdown, so on and so forth. A-Train is a very neutral heavy based thing, like converting off this nonsense and stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, so Bio's experiencing a lot of lag. Bio, message me right now. If it's bad enough, we can split up the matchup for like 2 games or something.
Yeah.
So like I'll fight you and then someone else fights Magic or vice versa.
Yeah.
Just message me and then we'll see.
It'll be okay.
Hold on, let me actually just tell you in chat.
Talking. Yeah, you're right. Talking.
Would you like us to split the matchup?
I play Val, but not as well as I feel like I could.
Parasol A-Train is gross. Yeah, it's really cool.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
Alright, so Magic is okay with it. Let me see if Bio cares. If Bio readies up, then we won't split the matchup. Otherwise, we will. Give it 30 seconds. Sure.
Parasol A-Train is gross though.
Let's do
Give
that.
it 9k mid-screen if I remember correctly. Some really dumb HKD setups. There's that. Magic. That's something that Penny said. When you do JLP, JLK, JMP, Airstring, you really want to stagger it. If you do it too fast, they know you're going to reset because you can't convert, and it gives you more time to mash. That is true.
I don't remember how to fight Parasol, but I still really want to fight Magic because I don't think I've ever fought Magic before, and also have a really good connection with EU. I also want to fight Bio because I feel like that would be a fun matchup.
Right.
What do I do? Should I just
Wait.
fight both?
I mean, you do want to fight both? You
Huh?
can fight both.
I do want to fight both. I'm gonna do it. I'm crazy.
Okay, go for it.
Alright. Let's see how this goes.
the way you want to
Enthusiasm over my leave is concerning. Well, my enthusiasm is like, okay, let's just go ahead and do that.
it's fine. You know, it's okay.
You're gonna be coming back. Don't worry.
Yeah.
See, my enthusiasm is the excitement of you returning, not the excitement of you leaving.
Penumbras like Crank fight Magic. If work on push block into SBO all game.
That's not even a muscle memory yet. I'm not even gonna try to do that right now. Unless it becomes like a really big problem, like this man's just
Right.
playing circles around me.
Dude, the way to fight Parasol is just to outspace her.
I feel like I cut myself off in like 4 different sentences because I wanted to make a point and I totally forgot.
It's okay.
Confirm? Where are you gonna take this? Okay, drop that.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I mean, that's not a true block string either. You can just react to that, just
Oh.
Oh, careful!
I thought the armor would fade away after the first attack.
Nah. Well, I mean, it does. It's only one hit of armor, but
That's not gonna kill.
no, it's not good.
Oh, I
Yeah, one hit. Oh, that's terrible. The one hit of SBO actually messed that all up. Like, you could punish that with a.
Oh,
with a-
smart patience. I didn't
upgrade
actually do
SBO.
that.
Beep, bah. Beep, 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 beep. Okay. They went for the meter gain, I guess, instead of the damage gain. It's okay. That's good. That's good to go. He tried for enter, it looks like. Oh, he didn't tech, so he got the combo for free. Well, yeah, Shippy, he misses the sweep.
Oh, it doesn't go under you. No!
That's okay, it's me, no!
I wanted to pick up the chair, but alright, well, he jumped out.
Yeah. That was a good button, actually. That's a whiff.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh my god.
Nice conversion.
That's a lot of pain. That's unreal. You can kill Craig. You can kill right here. You have so much on Dizzy, dude.
I just want to play around because he let go of
No!
I knew he let go of
I
his
can't believe you
controller,
just
so
did that.
I just
I
wanted to play.
cannot believe you just did that, sir.
Number one rule, never let go of your controller. Ever. I don't care if you're on the grand finals and you're fighting Sonic Fox, never let go of your controller.
I mean, that's kind of true, actually.
Yeah.
Like, dude.
I've made comebacks with one hit away from death and they just barely didn't kill, or like they decided to toy around or whatever and I blocked. I've done this over and over and over again. This is something that will happen, and it is something you gotta be prepared for.
Can't load control just because you think it'll kill. Or it might not.
And even if you feel like, oh, you don't deserve the win because you should have lost or something like that, so you let go of your controller, that is something you need to practice to remove from your system. Even though, I totally understand the sentiment, because you want to earn the win. You need to get into the habit of not doing that, because people make mistakes. In fact, if no one made a mistake, fighting games would never end. Everything would be an end in a draw. If no one makes mistakes, no one gets hit.
Oh man! So you look good on controller for the SBO. SBO single cord. Penny's just like it's like
he's
whole
letting-
punch
did he-
crank.
Oh, okay. I'm just like, come on, man, you can't do this to me. I just thought you just kind of stopped. I was so confused. You weren't even blocking anymore.
Penny's like, crank, make him block breast and hold punch charge. He literally can't move or push button solo. I mean, this is true.
Alright, so now let's get magic in. So, Bio, there's a lot of advice I probably could give you, but I think the most important thing is you give up. Don't do that.
Yeah.
There were a lot of
Don't
hits
give up,
and
man.
resets that got on you because you let go of your controller. Don't do that. I'll give you real advice now. When you're as soon as you get one block, and because you guessed a squiggly reset correctly, push block immediately. Push block that first hit because
Yep.
it ends all of Squiggly's pressures immediately, and very few Squigglies are smart enough to switch to standing leg kick, which is a 2-hit move, to stop your push block. If they do, then just delay your push block by 1 hit. In general, though, push blocking ends all of Squiggly pressure. Also, you have Gigantic Arm. Gigantic Arm is anti-Stancil mix-ups. Stancil mix-ups all lose to mashing super. Gigantic Arm would have just ended me, put me in the corner, you could have killed Squiggly, especially as a solo Bayo.
So good, dude.
What else?
I do it all the
JP, you're the
time,
Bayo
man.
god.
So like just normal bail things. And I see Jerusalem do this a lot. If you whiff the stand hard kick, like trying to go for the what's it? Hit stun? What's it called? The stagger move. It's okay if you whiff, like, but try to make that safe because that's a really unsafe move. Like, so you could do blitzer forward and then back and you're fine. Like, doing that, whatever. It's fine. You just grab your chair and continue on with neutral.
On the set.
Otherwise, don't drop your controller because the game's never over. Also, a lot. Some more mixy things. Oh, did you guess grab, Craig? Nice grab. Also, from what I remember playing Magic, they're always mashing pillar. So okay, playing grass this time instead of I could have had it. That's unfortunate. Bad takes the hits for that one. Another grab. That was really weird. The one frame, the single frame of Parasol's grab, the little like lump of whatever it is. Like it was on Swiggly's head for a second. That was interesting. The grab into the corner, you should be aware of when you're getting grabbed. That's a hit right there. Let's Craig's mix up. He went for it. He went for a leg kick. No push blocks for old man. That's punishable, absolutely. If you don't cancel into arm immediately. Blitzer, not safe. That's not safe either. If you're blitzering in their face, it's not a good idea. Craig, remember to not end moves with what's it? Contra kick? Stand hard kick? I don't remember whatever the launcher is. Not safe. That's a painful button. Could have punished Bale's stand hard kick because he didn't blitz or anything. Stop blitzering in your opponent's face. Not safe. Please do that. That's a good point to raw tag, but really probably SBO into SSJ would have been a better idea.
I messed up a lot of things because I was trying to bait something out specifically because I wanted to point out a specific bad habit of his, and I messed it up every time. So
yeah,
I mean that was a clean win for you. I messed up real bad when I was trying to bait something out.
Yeah.
The thing is like you down back like a maniac. Magic is calling me out for raw tag. Yeah. So the thing is what you do is you mess up a mix up, then you just down back immediately. And what I was trying to do is that you wait like third of a second and then you press
it goes for something.
And I wanted to beat that out with raw tag like in your face, but it didn't work because I messed it up. So my bad. Also macro your team because I noticed that you're like selecting your team one by one. No need to do that unless this is not your main team. If you're sandbagging, props to you, dude. Props to you.
Man, if you sandbag, you should be playing me then.
I didn't realize. I just also just really want to fight Magic though.
This
seems like a fun
That's a good one. It's fine. Brass versus brass. Crank, you should really just be waiting for him to call his brass, and then you can just brass back.
I don't know. So yeah, you're good.
Because look at him, he's punishing it. Yeah, he's kind of calling it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, this is true, Penny. You can sing SBO punish the band. This is true. Crank's refocus right now. There's your counter call. Yes. He blocked the cross up, but not the initial hit afterwards.
So confused.
You gotta hit!
Yeah, it's
not. Yeah, into pillar, that's okay.
Nice.
Actually, this man is down backing a lot. You can just overhead him. Looks like.
They're staggering their lights just enough so I can't actually go for an overhead safely.
Nice.
That's the problem. I should be going for grab, actually.
Yeah, you should be as well. That works. I just go for grab instead.
Okay, never mind then.
See, yeah, you can, dude. He's just going for it. Trust.
I guess so. I didn't believe. I don't know.
I believe, man.
Lol.
You should not be doing that. The blitzering forward and back is it's unsafe. It's better if you just downright blitzer. Nice cross up. You went for it. Probably because it was too close. It must have been too close.
You need to start canceling that into Airwolf, my dude.
Dude, Airwolf, arm, whatever. That'll make you a lot safer. Your charge is back. Nice. Okay. So what's the band neutral? Okay, punish the assists. Okay, so the band neutral's jumping a lot. Cool. That's good to know. Give me a hit, not safe. Give me a hit, not safe.
Oh, you just brassed. I did not think you would do that. Oh, okay.
He just did it. He just did it.
Oh man, he's just doing it.
He's just doing it, dude. He's just doing it. Oh, you could have converted with that one.
There we go. That's what I was
There it
looking
is.
for.
That's what you were looking for. The down back.
Yeah. Careful when you're down backing, basically.
Yes.
Well played. I wonder how a set would go against. I want to fight you, Magic. If you're ever in the mood to do another set with me, Oh, we're just gonna do 2 games because you already played 2 games against your opponent. If you want to play a third, hit me up afterwards. I would love to do another set with you someday. But yeah, if you're ever in the mood to do a set and you see me online, hit me up because fighting you is very interesting. You play a little bit more unpredictable than I thought you would. So props to that. Which is really nice. Shoutouts for you being called out for raw tagging. I apologize. I mean, I apologize. I don't know. I feel bad for raw tagging now that you pointed it out. But whatever. It would have been cool if it worked. But I feel like that applies to every raw tag in the world, I guess.
God, Crank, why are you raw tagging my feet?
Yeah. I think JP said some things about me too.
Yes, I did.
You're just dying to use the Sing SPO more. The thing is like, I hate wasting meter as squiggly. I hate it. Like, it's so bad. And you think it's like, oh yeah, you get to be safe. It's like, yeah. But then I never get to be safe again. It's not like I have other safe options.
But Crank, you have 3 meter, use one.
Yeah. When I had 4 meter, that was just me fucking around. That's fine. In regards to like doing it at neutral around start, then that's the problem. My set play as of recently has kind of evolved where it's like as long as I get the first hit, I tend to win. But I just don't get the first hit.
You get the first hit then.
Yeah, it's a free hit into Vortex. Yeah, that is true if it hits. As soon as my opponent catches on, which doesn't take too long, then they'll use Standing Light Kick or whatever the hell they do, and then they'll just be like, well, time to block.
Sing SPO gives you the first hit.
Sing SPO gives you the first hit. Kinda. Damage doesn't matter as much as giving up so many hits. Yeah. Are you talking about push block into SPO? Oh, well, yeah. Oh, you're not talking about push block into SPO. Yeah. You're talking about pushing buttons at full screen.
Punishing.
Oh, I was just fucking around. Yeah, if you're talking about my set against Magic specifically, I was just fucking around. I wanted to see if I can bait out some crazy stuff because I wanted to point out specific bad habits that I saw. Thank you for hard work. You're excited for watching the VOD. I love you, Magic. You're really cool. Thanks for stopping by. See you again next week.
Yeah.
Or
I
just
mean both. You mean both. Yeah, you mean both.
You mean both, to be honest. Okay. Yeah. If you want me to improve my play, then you're right. I'm bad. That is correct. You nailed it. I wanna fight more parasols, and like, God, our Discord is so cool. We got like the best of weird characters all the time. Like, we got the best Bayo, we got the best Double, we got the best Fukua, we got one of the best bands for sure. We got the best Parasol. We had PME. And we have Sunsets. We have some of the best Fortunes, Headless included. Our Discord is dope. I'm just gushing. I'm not like trying to shill our Discord. I'm literally just gushing. I swear.
Just little me.
Yeah. But speaking of gushing, I'm gonna save up because I want to gush over the next matchup. We got Missing No versus BD Nation. Now, the only thing that's sad about this is I think BD Nation's gonna lag.
Yeah.
Which sucks, because
It's gonna happen.
I actually want to see who comes out on top against Solo Band versus Missing No's team. Because Missing No's team is almost anti-band. Almost. Like, if you had Double and Bella instead of, like, Val and someone else.
It's almost there.
The Val and Parasol, I think.
I haven't seen BD Nation play in so long, though. So
Let me see if BD Nation's even here. BD Nation didn't even know we had our Wednesday tournaments at 7:30 p.m. Eastern.
Serious?
Yeah, he that's why he tried to join our lobby so many times last time. He's just like, why are you getting here? It's not your turn. It's like he thought he was just joining for a set, and he didn't realize.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's understandable.
but he got really excited when he found out that there's like a prize pool. Which, by the way, the prize pool tournament is gonna be this week. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. It's gonna be this week, this Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. There's no sign up fee or anything. Join our tournament, and there's a $50 prize pool. You can win if you get first, second, or third.
Yo, I can join because I have a week off. Oh my god.
Yeah. So if you have the time, it's 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And also, if you are one of the people who has scored points, which means you got first, second, or third, in any other tournament in November regarding Be Great, then let me know if you can't make it to the 7:30 Eastern timing, and we'll try to negotiate and figure out something that works out for everyone. Okay?
Yeah.
Basically, anyone who got points gets priority.
I forgot I have points. Whoops.
Yeah, they're MVPs.
But I have a lot of points. Then no shit.
So being Nation's
I've hit
really
second a
fun,
couple
man.
times.
I don't interact with them too much, but we do play sets from now and then. We joke around a little bit. they're a cool dude. I actually really like BD Nation. I just wish they had a bit more of a stable connection, but like, I mean, everyone has different circumstances, am I right? Also, there's Zen, so naturally they're playing solo band. They're literally playing Team Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Really?
This person plays Team Wi-Fi, yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Team Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Oh, what?
Oh, he has a team.
I did not know this. This is amazing,
Okay.
actually. Okay, today's full of
When?
surprises. What?
He has a peacock.
Okay,
I'm
let's
surprised
see it.
with this. Okay, it's a general peacock thing.
Spacing
Sorry.
out things. Not really
It-
sure what to throw out.
caref-
Okay.
Yeah, careful about doing was it walking George into the car George? Those aren't too good together. You really want to just stick with the air show. That was a missed input for sure.
Air show into teleport if you're trying to build space, and air show into walking is cool if you're going for like a 50-50 mid screen, which is really good for set play. Air show into car is good if you're full screen, your opponent's not getting in on you at all.
Yeah.
If they're not getting any
Air
distance
show-
on you, then yeah.
Yeah.
Walking
show
into car
walking-
does not do anything because it's just redundant.
Yeah, it's just you don't need to do that. Air show into walking is actually pretty good if they're close to you, and you could also just do M and drop at the same time. Oh man,
Walking
there's a
makes
lag.
sense.
Oh dear.
I'm not seeing the lag, so it must be. Oh, but if you're seeing it, then it must be kind of there.
It could just be me too, to be honest.
Nice use of scalpels to punish, and also eating the projectile. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
ran up into that. Yeah, I noticed that BD Nation's getting a little bit generous with the staggered or wait for them to run up and then use punch move. For those guys who don't know, quarter circle forward medium punch is punch move. It's invuln, but it's not grab invuln. It can be grabbed. It can also be just jumped over. It has a very low to the ground hitbox, but it's actually not low enough to the ground where it can not be low profiled, because Squiggly and other characters can actually completely low profile it, which is nuts. That move has a lot of answers to it, so it's not that good. Be very careful with it. It is cool though, because if it hits, like you combo into it or something, and it sets some full screen, you can just go back to zoning, which is nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that burst bait! Props to missing now. So beating nations, that implies you are pressing a lot of buttons, kind of what I expected. Not too surprised.
That was pretty good. Nice. That was a pretty good birthday.
I can't wait for the third character to come out, honestly, I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
This is it.
This is wild. Didn't know you had a
So this is what BD Nation's actually known for. He's not quite Mars in terms of like just overly committed to solo band tech and completely revolutionizing how solo band is played, according to him, quote unquote. Which may be a questionable statement, but that's alright.
True.
But he does have a solo band, but this is also the impossible matchup. And I mean the
True.
impossible.
This is kind of hard.
This
Well, I
went
mean, it's
from 10-0 to 9-1, I think.
practically, yeah. That's the way it is. Still, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's still kind of
It's almost
really
like
really
that,
bad though.
yeah. As a band, you basically have to be with like almost frame perfect with almost everything you do.
Yes.
And also, you probably should have sent 3 meter to kill Robo to be a bit more aware of how much damage you can do 3v3. Remember, you do 1.3 scale.
Yes. Level 3 would have been fine.
Yeah, Kasad says he doesn't like level 5. That is, I 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, level 3 would have been fine. You would still have options left by then.
Missing No, message me if the lag is too bad. I'll split it up. I don't want to, because I really want to see you two fight. I think this is gonna be interesting, especially if BD Nation switches to solo band. But yeah, I thought that was gonna be a thing. If it's unplayable, just message me and we'll split up.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll split it up, yeah, it'll be okay.
If it's unplayable.
Something that Draco Bomba said, and here I thought I was getting better by stealing a single win against Crank and Penny, learning from pleasure himself.
Like
Only
Magic
to learn
Six?
that I am... No, Draco.
Draco says?
Only to learn that I am bottom of the barrel intermediate tier. Time for another 100 round set.
Okay, look, I want you to know something, Draco. I have not met there's only been one other player with the amount of hours that you have that did as well as you. And his name is Abby. That was the person we had on at the beginning of the screen.
Yes, dude.
He is the only other player, and he's very talented, by the way, who has, at only 80 hours, gotten into intermediate. You're playing phenomenally. Don't let anything take you.
Dude, you're playing great, dude. You have like at least 100 hours, and you're still like you're like here. Okay, like that's pretty good.
Most people, like, I know some people that are in beginner that are like 200 hours in, which is fine. Because everyone learns at a different rate. Nothing to take away from that. But like, you're picking up the game very quickly. Don't let anything take that away from you. And people who are taking a little bit more time to pick up the game, that's 100% okay. Learn at your own pace. If you try to rush it, you will only make yourself frustrated.
Confirms. Go for the mix-up, that's grab.
The good old. So, BD Nation, I feel like, needs to work on their defense a little bit more. They're falling for really standard cross unders, and I mean, they're pretty ambiguous, so nothing to take away from that. Good awareness of options, using level 3 to get out of there. Eliza's only real
Oh, that's
soul, but you have to do what you have to
Yeah.
do. I think light DP would have been fine. Like, you did just light, medium, heavy DP, then went into an airstream. In that specific block string. But, like,
That would've been okay.
just because of how close they were to you. Because they were in, like, the war zone.
Right, yeah. True. That's also true of you too, Jerusalem. Yeah, it's true.
I'm not taking away anything from you.
Yeah.
You're all, like, both of you players are really, really acknowledged as people who are trying their hardest, and I respect that a lot.
Pretty good. So if you're gonna be playing Eliza, you're gonna have a really strong ground game and just an awareness of your buttons. So like, be careful of using sweep because you know sweep beats out of sweep.
Okay, so
Oh man! Here we go.
Eliza
Matchup.
has pretty good knockdown options.
Yeah.
She doesn't have too many sliding knockdowns, does she? Besides like second super or something, right?
Second super, she does have one sliding knockdown. That's the stand hard kick times 2.
Oh,
The
that's
second
right.
stand hard kick. gives
So
you a
if you
sliding
want to
knockdown.
raw tag, go. Oh god, parry. No, you have to have
No,
parry
that
before.
sucks.
You put PBGC
You
into
have
green
to
parry.
parry.
Okay, that's fine. If you PBGC into green parry, you can survive that. I've done that against multiple
Yeah.
people. It's really, really important.
Yeah.
PBGC green parry is an essential skill to have against a double player. Against a robo player. Double too, I guess, but you don't need it against double. But it's kind of cool when you do it against Shade Money, and Shade Money's like, "What? How are you parrying half my moves?" That feels good.
Figured.
Yeah. Oh, it's not actually. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. What was I gonna
Yeah,
say? I was saying something. What the heck was I talking about?
Sliding knockdown?
Yeah. If you're gonna raw tag, if you want to really get banned in or something, it's a bajillion times smarter and safer, especially considering your team, to wait till you have a sliding knockdown until you can combo into a raw tag or something like that. Your brass raw tag will put them into a knockdown state. It's a techable knockdown, but it's something. So you can end a combo in raw tag, and that's fine too. Like, it's really easy to combo into Ban's raw tag, but it's not the greatest. In general, you want to get a sliding knockdown, then raw tag, and then just set up OK. Sliding knockdowns are glorious in this game.
We're this solo band now, oh man.
Alright, there we go.
The thing is-
This is the team I've been waiting for. Let's see.
You just gotta remember the pain that is Robo. It's an assist.
Yeah.
That's a burst, but that's cool.
So one more time.
And we got a
Deviation.
cross-up
Careful
thing.
with
That's pretty nice.
Careful with the buttons you're pressing. I think you were trying to mash Symphony there, or at least the option select. For those of you guys who don't know who can play Band, Band has probably the most powerful option select in the game, which is force look forward, both light punch and medium punch, and both light kick and medium kick. And what it does is it'll get you symbol on cross up, it'll get you what is it called? Grab tech, it'll get you air grab tech, it'll get you Timpani drive in the air, it'll get you SSJ on the ground. It is stupidly. It costs a meter, obviously, most of the situations, but it beats like 90% of options. The thing it doesn't beat is burst baits.
Level 3, you get tech forward. Yeah,
Oh,
I
just
figured he was gonna
one
try
of
to do this.
Alright, there we go. Nice delayed crouching light kick. That was smart. You have to delay it just a little bit, because otherwise they would have just blocked him full block string.
That's great.
Picking up with medium, or heavy DP. Actually, you should have used medium DP there, and the reason for that is because it would have stayed grounded, and would have given you a little bit more time to convert.
DP?
Oh, just level 3. Just finish up. If you want to get robot out of the
It's a
picture, I
D-
totally respect that.
You said DP, you in giant step?
Oh, yeah. I said DP, my bad.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, it's okay. Whoa! Counter hit. Sucks. The pain.
Okay. So, in this situation, I expect Mixing Note to...
Oh.
Well, okay. I expect him
three
to
actually
burst
would
bait.
count.
I don't know what he was going for. I think he just wanted to return to
Not
neutral.
sure either. Probably.
No, you can't just let up the pressure like that. Not in Skullgirls. In a lot of
Nah,
other
dude.
fighting games that might work, definitely not in Skullgirls. I think you were trying to bait out a mashed SSJ. There are better subs for that. Like, significantly better subs for that.
That sucks. Level 3. Yeah. Okay. That works too, I guess.
So, considering you had Parasol and Val left, and you had... What, 2 meter? No, you had 3 meter, right? At the time that he just dropped this combo. He had 3 meter, right? I think? It was 2 or 3 meter. Assuming you had 3 meter, what you wanted to do probably is combo into a land cancel, and then do a delayed pillar. And if you saw that he was mashing SSJ, you can cancel into bikes and DHC into command grab super. Val's level 3. And that's what would beat out SSJ there. It's oddly specific, but it would have been better use of your meter, A, and also it would have been a lot more likely to get a mash out of your opponent. Tighter resets are the things that people mash out of most. When you just drop a tier, no one's probably pressing buttons there. So yeah, be careful about that. Just be aware of your routing, and like it's just a bit of psychology in a sense. Like it's like, when does a person want to mash? It's usually when they feel helpless, or like they have no idea what's coming in, right? When you shoot a tier at them, they have plenty of time to think. Like it's not a point where anyone's gonna mash. You probably dropped dash input, I'd assume, or dropped like 2 supers that you were trying to do or something. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know why I'm like drilling in on this specific one drop that happened, but like it felt like a really weird drop, which is why I'm just pointing out all the different options you could have been doing there. And I apologize if I'm spending too much time on something that was just like, oh no, I just literally missed my button. I apologize for that.
No, my button, no.
Yeah. So BD Nations, press fewer buttons. Speaking of buttons, so yeah, you're really either crutching too much on the option select, or if you weren't aware of the option select, you're crutching too much on just mashing out of things in general. You can build an awareness for what you can mash out of and what you can't. I've been surprisingly good at this. I don't know why, but I've consistently been able to mash out of Kenji's and Penny's setups only when they're specifically mashable, for the most part, and that's kind of cool. So in other words, it's an acquired skill, is what I'm trying to say. You'll learn when to press buttons and when not to. Be more aware of the routing options that your opponents have. Try to pay attention to your opponent's character a little bit more, especially when you have this much experience with your team, specifically, at least banned. You shouldn't be watching your character too much, if at all. Maybe when you're comboing, just to make sure, like if you're looking for visual cues, I understand that. But in general, you need to be watching your opponent's character and play like hundreds of games. Just watch what Parasols do. Watch their routes. When are they going to burst bait? When are they going to fast fall? Valentine also. You fell for that cross under in the corner. It's hard to react to. I understand it, falling for it once in a while. That's totally okay. But you got to watch out for that. You got to start looking for the really predictable stuff. Missing No did not do anything out of the box. No offense, Missing No. He was doing really standard, pretty clean play for the most part. You should have made some adjustments for that. That's a big thing. And if you want more advice or want just matchups in general, join our Discord, which can be found !DISCORD. In Twitch chat, I do not have to be live for that command to work. Just literally type it into a Twitch chat at any point in time, and you'll get that link. You can join our Discord. We have a pretty active community. Lots of people giving advice. Anytime you have questions, we can answer. Anytime, like you say, you want to ask us, hey, when should I be using the option select? What are big giveaways that I should be using the option select? We got some really talented players that can give you essays of advice if you needed it. And also, if you're just looking for a buddy to practice with, we have a pretty active looking for games channel where people are almost around the clock looking for people to fight. I mean, all memes considered, like I wish I could just bring it up like spontaneously. But we have a beautiful meme of people playing the game at 5 a.m. Shoutouts to Yandere Rainy. You're amazing. I'm just gonna say, you're a real funny dude. I really like you. So thanks for joining us at Get Great. If you have memes, you can go ahead and send them to me. It's cool stuff.
Yeah. You should get my meme in there.
Your meme?
My meme.
Which one is yours?
It's the one that has my name on it, and it's like all the SpongeBob's panicking.
Oh, it's in there. I think it's coming up in a bit.
God.
Okay.
Blair made Garuslo made that one.
Yeah, it's so great. Like I love it because of how just amusingly accurate it is. Also, shoutouts to Draco's Art Miner. I think it was Draco's Art Miner that made this. That's amazing. The Eliza Mr. IAD side switch. It looks so good. Props to you for that.
It's really good. That's well made. Of course, gotta go ahead and buy Pleasure's Guide. Get on that, Draco.
Yeah. The Fire Emblem comic kills me every time. Yeah.
Oh no! Look, you see me, and then you see kind of SpongeBob. Oh god,
Look at
I'm
the
so
time.
sorry.
Hey, alright, so enough memes. We're probably not going to do open lobby today. I sincerely apologize for anyone who's looking forward to it. I'm dealing with a lot of stuff right now, and I just can't. I really don't have the time for that. I apologize.
That's okay.
I'm still down for games, though, in general. Just message me, and I'll let you know when I can play. If you want to join the Discord and stop by. So thanks for joining us on Skullgirls Get Great. Thank you, JP, for helping out a whole bunch.
Yeah, all the time, anytime.
I greatly appreciate it. He also knows a lot more than I do. Penny says, we need to play. It's been so long. This is very true.
Do it.
Yeah, yeah, we do. I have nothing else to follow that up with. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, fun stuff. And if you're looking, remember, just tune in next week. Practice a little bit. It's very important to practice at least once a week. Ideally, you practice like a couple hours every day if you want to improve the fastest. A couple hours every other day is fine. Big thing is though is like if you wait too long, it becomes harder to play again because your skill will have rusted a little bit, and it takes like about a day to get back into the swing of things. So you gotta practice. Nice games, everyone. Thank you, Chief Amon, for like tuning in and also mentioning that. As he's absolutely correct. Everyone played very well today. Thanks for stopping by. See you all next week, and remember to tune in for our Wednesday tournament. Remember that there's no fee for signing up. Let me actually bring that up real quick.
Sure.
There's no free fee for signing up. It's a $50 prize pool. Anyone can participate. Anyone can win. We usually have a really good turnout, and also just a pretty good crowd in general because we got a lot of cool players playing. So at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. It's the 4th week of every month. And remember, the following week is our team tournament. It's the first one for the stream. It's every 5th week of a month we have a team tournament. So if you and 2 buddies want to get together in a team, I'll explain the rules hopefully this Wednesday about how this tournament works out. And yeah, so find 2 buddies and look forward for the team tournament. That's gonna be exciting. Every time we've had that in the past, everyone's had a real blast. So
Man.
shoutouts to oh god, Psychopath, I think it was, who
Psychopath,
signed
who
up
is team.
with a team of himself, and himself again, and we made it a rule because that was against the rules. We let him play anyway, but the rule was if he loses once, he automatically loses his entire team. So he had to get through the entire tournament without losing a single game, and he did. He got to grand finals without losing a single match. The Golden God.
He was pretty committed, dude.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
I miss Psychopath, man. I don't remember the last time he played this game. Have you ran into him on ladder at all? He's a ladder.
Yeah,
He's a
I
ladder
have.
hero.
He's on ladder like often.
Okay. Psychopath is a fun time. He still plays apparently, but
He still
I
plays,
don't see
yeah.
it too often.
Still we're friends. I see him loaded up every now and again. He also plays Team Fortress 2, and I was just like, oh.
Oh yeah, he's obsessed with that game. Oh, it's kind of surprising. Like Skullgirls players tend to come from very specific communities. Like a lot more specific than I thought. It's usually the furry art community, the Smash community, and the TF2 community. A lot of Skullgirls players have played a lot of TF2.
It came from like a mix of all those.
Yeah.
It's
This could also
Call
be
of Duty.
confirmation bias though, because I mean, there's a lot of all of the 3 things I just said.
Yeah.
So it could just be confirmation bias. Like I didn't come from any of those. I mean, I guess I technically came from Smash, but like not really. I didn't really take Smash seriously until after Skullgirls.
Same. Yeah.
And by the way, if people want to fight me in Smash, bring it, nerd. I don't play competitively anymore because they banned the Smash box. I don't have it yet, but that was the only chance I was gonna be able to play with my carpal tunnel. So
No.
I don't play the game seriously anymore, but I still know frame data and like combos and stuff. So like, if people want to fight me, bring it, nerd. I want to fight Zoe really badly. Penny tells me that Zoe's really good.
To see my run.
Nah, man, your Robin's free. Slowest character in the game. Did you know Robin has a slower run than Ganondorf?
What?
Yep. Robin's the slowest character in the game.
Is this?
She also has full screen projectiles, so whatever.
Yeah. I got to this game
what
for
else is
next
there?
week.
I don't know.
I wish I could join
I
the
just
team
feel like
today so I could just do the Get Great thing. Just have the GGA versus everybody.
Yeah, I do want a GGA team, but I feel weird commentating if I'm playing in the tournament. So if people from the GG8 Discord, like, well, what's it called, the Welcome to GG8 channel specifically, want to forward your team, like, I don't know, let me look through who's in there right now, because I can't remember all the people I super modded. Like Sam, Emmy, Kenji, Pleasure. Yo, okay. So Emmy or Gex,
Yeah.
Pleasure. If only Fedora played this game still.
Right.
Abby, Swagga, Flutes, and Sunset technically. He's never here though. Yeah, and Sunset. Oh man, you guys have enough people to forge like 2 teams. You can bring it back.
But can't play next week, man.
You can also play. I forgot that you don't normally commentate on Wednesdays, but that's the thing. If you do want to commentate on Wednesday, then you can't play.
No, I
I'd
can't-
rather
I
you
can't.
didn't. I can't
I
stop you,
can't.
but I'd rather you didn't.
I mean, I can't play in general because class at night. So like, yeah.
Scar came from Kill Sage's fan base. That's awesome. I'm so happy that like,
Huh.
because like a big problem that Skullgirls community has, a lot of big name players didn't want to deal with Skullgirls because it's I feel mean saying this, but Skullgirls is hard, and it also is like it has a way of getting to you. A lot of people have a hard time staying mentally sane while playing Skullgirls, and there are players infamous for this. Ken in Black being a big one, who just really has a hard time emotionally playing this game, and even though he's one of the best players in the world by far. So like, a lot of big name players usually drop out of Skullgirls, and that's why we don't. All we have now is Sonic Fox and Kill Sage, but both of those players started in Skullgirls. They branched out to other games. We didn't have like Justin Wong coming in and playing Skullgirls after like 2 months, you know? Like after he played this game for a couple of months, did really well in a tournament, and then just never played again. Missing No picked up SG because it was still us. Literally the only fighting game on Linux. Still is. Really?
That's insane. What?
That sucks.
I'm surprised by that. I didn't think.
Yeah. I guess shoutouts to Steambox for that, I guess. I mean, at least I'm glad Steambox is making it possible to play all video games on Linux-based machines, I guess.
Right?
But I mean, I guess
Wow.
that doesn't really count. It's like saying all fighting games will work on Android. Not true.
Right. Yeah, it's not true.
Yeah, Street Fighter 5 is on Linux. That's what I thought. I thought Street Fighter 5 and like Tekken were both on Linux, but I guess not. But it's Street Fighter 5. Yeah, okay, that's a fair point. I can't take away from that.
That's
Yeah, shout out to Street Fighter 5. As much as I hate Capcom, that is not a bad game. I actually like the game, but god damn, screw Capcom. They messed up so bad. All the clipping, not support, the UI, menuing, and everything is just not that good. But mechanically, it feels good to play that game. For what it's worth, I guess.
Man, all this time we were talking, we could have had an open lobby.
Yeah, we could. I don't want to.
It's okay. I mean,
My brain's locked out of Skullgirls at this point. At this point, it's just podcasty.
It's fine.
Yeah. On that note, I think we'll just probably wrap things up.
It's okay.
Yeah. So thanks for everyone for joining us. I mean, you would have had a 15-minute open lobby. I apologize for taking that from you, I guess. But
Not enough time. That's okay.
yeah, it's all good. See you guys around. Tune in Wednesday and next Saturday. And if you're new here, make sure you check out our Steam group and stuff for information about how things work. You can find it by typing !get Gr8, I think. Yeah, and then you can find all our links to different places we post our signups and where you can get information about us. So have a nice evening, everyone, or morning, depending on where you are. Later.
Wherever you are in the world, come by next week. Bye-bye.